Truth
No, that's never fitting on my chode pointer finger.
Exactly.
I have these bones, and everyone in the 90s would tell me my bones are like this because I cracked my knuckles, but that's a fake lie, right?
Imagine this biggest guy.
What do they mail you that for free?
They make it because someone's finger fits in that
I
shit.
want you to pay for that.
What are you talking about?
That whole grid of
They
rings.
give you that if you're buying a fucking ring.
But look at this.
When?
Whose finger could be this big?
And
You
where?
got married, dummy.
Yeah, I still had it ever since getting this ring. I'll show,
Oh,
I'll show the
that's
camera
Kevin's,
once we
not
go
yours
live.
that you brought?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
He just went and got it.
When?
Right now, he stood up. He said, I still have my ring sizing kit. Let me go get it. Stood up, walked out,
And threw it right there.
came in and said, here it is. Threw it on the
You
table.
had like a couple in your pocket.
Yes, I pulled this from my pocket.
For all the listeners, we're talking about ring sizers.
These are for an Aura ring, though. I have to use these because they have those bumps.
A what ring?
I'm getting an Aura ring. They send you these.
Aura?
Yeah, so I can know when I'm ovulating.
What does it do?
It's just biometrics.
Oh, okay, like heart rate.
Yeah, it does. It has pulse ox. It has all
Pulse
this-
ox is sick.
It has all sorts of shit.
So
It does your steps and shit.
But just to prove that I'm not crazy, you brought some rings, right?
I was wearing two. Yeah, because I can't decide
That's all I
which
was
one I
asking.
want.
These came out of nowhere. You showed me two.
They
and then
didn't they didn't come from nowhere. Our buddy here.
And my question to you, Mike, is imagine your finger being this size.
Michael Jordan didn't even is.
That better be for a thumb, and even for a thumb, man, my God.
That's a cock ring, Kevin.
That's a cock ring.
So
right
I
there.
think the decision is if I want to wear it on my middle finger, I gotta get a 10.
Yeah.
But if I want to wear it on my pointer, I gotta get an 11. So I gotta decide.
That's way better than a bracelet, too.
Your
They definitely
pointer finger
upgraded.
is a pulse
Yeah, it's really
spot
sick.
in CPR class. They will teach you. That's probably why they want your pointer. Something about your pointer.
They say the pointer's the best, and then if you don't want to wear it there, this way.
You're right, because I wonder which one has the best vein.
I think it's the
pointer.
pointer.
Because the classic, what are they called, Fitbits? I
Yeah.
mean, that radial pulse is definitely like the most powerful in your whole body, so that makes a lot of sense, but the technology must have just got better.
I just want the ring because it's cool.
What does it look like?
It's a black circle.
Does it glow or anything?
No.
No.
Well, actually, it does. It does. It shoots a red light up on the
When you're
inside.
dying.
Yeah.
When you're dying.
And it has crazy sleep tracking. Where like
shoots
you're
a red ring up.
inside, there's like lights.
Can it help you finger your spouse or anything like that? Like vibrate? Does it
That
vibrate?
would be fucking tight.
Are you gonna get Gen 3?
Okay, yeah, I'm getting the Gen 3 because the Gen 4
Is way much.
it's way more, and the only upgrade is it doesn't really have the bumps and it has better battery life. But the bumps, you can't feel the bumps.
The bumps are good for you to have.
I
Because
can't.
that way-
you can't really tell they're there. And it's all. I'm not paying $150 extra for the new
Did
one.
this ring fit where you wanted it to?
I didn't put that on my finger. I refuse.
Why?
And I really like the whole concept of that, but when I really think of it, when I really think about like wearing one and having one, it's like, oh my God, I'm short of breath. Let me check my finger. Oh, I am in trouble.
Yeah.
It's like, what's it
Samantha-
gonna do? What's it gonna do?
Samantha
You know?
has one, and it was like, "Are you sick? You're have a fever."
It's like, do you feel bad or do you feel good?
Exactly. Yeah.
Why-
Well, there's like I want the readiness score.
Uh-huh.
I want an excuse to be like, no, I'm only at a 47.
Show your
today.
boss or something like that.
I'm at a 47 today.
But can you imagine being like, I feel so bad. I'm gonna check the ring. Oh, I'm fine, but I feel awful. You know, it's like there's no validation with the ring.
Yeah, I want to know why I feel bad.
Okay, you'd be like, okay, it's an oxygen thing. It's a heart rate thing. But you know when it's a heart rate thing. You know when it's an oxygen thing. You can feel it.
And I have been using the Move calculator on my phone, and I wanted something to track it, and I don't want the watch.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Fitbit once.
It does steps.
Yeah. Does lots of stuff. A lot of chicks use it for their cycles. I want to know when I'm ovulating.
And Uncle Sam will know where you are 24/7. I'm just kidding.
He already knows.
Yeah, that was like when people were like, you get an Alexa, and they're like, you want that microphone in your house? And you're like, you have one in your fucking hand.
You got a
Good
ring
point.
camera, you're all good, bud. You're all set.
Dude, the worst thing about a ring camera is somebody commits a crime. Cops are like,
Oh yeah.
can you do our job for us and give
Yeah.
us your camera footage?
You know what I'd say? Sorry, I don't pay for the subscription. I can't even look at whoever the motion was at 3 p.m. I can't even see who that was.
Yeah, they
without
hate me
paying
at
money.
Ring.
I'd say that'll be $38.50.
That will be my whole year
Yeah.
of a subscription, please.
A nice price.
Yeah, you should be able to get something.
Yeah, I get that. I get my Ring subscription every year on Black Friday.
That's a good idea. Damn, I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah, dude.
Yearly.
Software on Black Friday.
Bro,
Always.
I'll
Never buy hardware. Only
I think I'll cancel Netflix and pay for my Ring subscription in the first 3 months.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. It's $30 a month now.
I canceled the 4K.
It's 30 a month.
Yeah,
that's what I'm paying for. That
I find
shit?
myself using Netflix.
No.
I was binging that stupid Tim Robinson show,
Oh,
and I've watched it enough now.
Dude,
So I'll
I
use
fucking love
Netflix
it.
when the new season comes out.
Have
and
you seen
binge it
Detroiters?
again.
Have you seen Detroiters? He has a whole other
Not
show.
the whole thing, but I have seen
I love
clips.
Detroiters too, man.
It seems
oh
like it's
my
probably
God.
better.
It
Why
might
are
be.
you-
It's amazing.
Some
Why are you
structure.
paying $30 a month for Netflix?
I don't know. I didn't realize it had gone up to 26.
Is that what it is for everybody? Or are
It's
you
like
doing
20
something wrong?
He's
What's
doing
going
something
on?
wrong. He's doing. He's selected every possible option so his mom and dad or someone can watch it at the same time. What's going on here?
Oh no. Yeah, I don't know.
Look up the fucking plans. Why are you doing this?
It's on my phone, but let's start the show.
It's on my phone.
Start the show.
Yeah, whatever I pay, whatever option I pay for.
You can look at them on the website. I mean,
But I'm logged in on my phone, man.
you can't look at the options there.
Yeah, you can. You can.
You sound checked, right? Let's go
Yeah.
for it. We're,
Yeah,
we're going for it.
yeah.
We're going.
Why would you not just Google plans?
That's what you should have said I should do. Welcome.
That's what you should have said I should do. Tell me what to do better.
My tism insists I need to be told what to do. Welcome, everybody. We got a new episode for you guys. And we've got Serbian music tonight.
Is this Serbian?
So
I thought
we'll
it
wait
was
for the drop.
Spanish. We're searching for the drop. We're seeking for the drop.
Serbian music sucks. Welcome in, everybody. Jack Armstrong, Kevin Palmer.
I'll put my wiener through here.
Yeah.
Biggest ring size they got fits your wiener if you're an average white boy. What size is that? 20?
But the
11?
thing, you got to take your tip off first, and then put the tip back on once you
20
get the
watts.
shaft in there.
20 watts.
3 millimeters. Let's look at Netflix subscriptions.
Plans. Please use the word plan in the search.
Standard with ads. Standard.
Never would do with
Premium.
ads.
I have premium, and it's $24.99 a month, and it only doesn't give you anything. You
Yeah,
can
what's
add,
premium
You
about
can
it?
add 2 extra members for
Oh,
$7 a month.
It just has that's the only one with 4K, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
what?
gotta have that.
No, yeah, I got
It's
rid of
4K.
that one.
No way.
Fuck that.
It doesn't even. Oh yeah, 4K.
That bitch that does not need to watch Grey's Anatomy in 4K. She can watch it in 1080p.
We're
What
getting
bitch are you
charged
referring
for the
to, Jack?
K's. Getting charged for the K's is wild.
The what?
Getting charged for that? No, you're watching that in 1080p, sir.
Yeah, you're getting charged for the Ks, especially with every other thing. Like Prime is just in 4K. What's the other one? Max. Max is also changing its name back to HBO. They're like,
Are they really?
What were we thinking?
No, yeah, they let
They're
Max
like,
have
"Oh,
too
shit,
much of,
that's
a,
like a
of a
hu-
stand in that. They
And
were
it's like
acting,
it's like a human name, Max.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm
They
watching
were-
Felipe over here.
acting like HBO isn't still around making banger shows to just say
No,
we're called
HBO was not making banger shows, Mike. Max was making banger shows. They
Who
changed
made
the whole
Lotus?
Max.
Who made
Lotus
Righteous
is a
Gemstones?
masterpiece.
Max.
It's a
They
What do you
changed their
mean?
name to Max.
So HBO changed their name to Cinemax.
No,
Well, it was HBO
Cinemax
Max.
turned
Cinemax
Max.
is completely different,
it had
right?
nothing to do with Cinemax.
Max came from Cinemax, dude.
No, it did not.
It's
It
the
came
same
from
font
HBO.
face.
It came from.
It's the
Look
same
it up.
font face.
I like the
Dude,
theory. I like the
holy
theory.
shit,
but I'm
dude.
here to say no.
This is insane. This is a really good example of why they needed to change their name. Because
Yeah, but that's a good point.
Oh,
Even
yeah,
though it's
your
wrong.
guys are. I'm wrong.
it was literally called HBO Max.
Yeah, it's a good point though. There's already Cinemax, and you wanted to be Max.
Yeah,
what's
they're
wrong
insane.
with y'all?
I think my brain does a lot of assuming in life, and I thought when there was
You
this,
zip file it. You know zip files on
oh
the
yeah,
computer
they're merging. Oh,
I know what they are, but I don't think that's relevant. But go on.
because you're trying to save space in your brain. So you
To
take
me,
two
it makes
concepts
sense.
and you zip them together.
To me, in my brain, here's the equation. We're poor. We never grew up with Cinemax or HBO. I figure I live my whole life, and I buy HBO. Yes, I buy HBO Max.
Damn, it was a
And
real
I'm like,
soft
okay,
core drought in
why
your
are
day.
they called that? Why is it called that? No. HBO Go. Let me rewind a little more.
I can tell you the answer to all this, but this is way more entertaining if you do this.
I'm gonna do this. I had HBO Go. I made sure that when Comcast did their little cable line through my septic tank, and they were like, "What can we do to make it better?" I was like, "HBO forever." So I'm grandfathered in HBO, and then HBO.
You have cable?
I'm grandfathered in on HBO.
But you have cable, like at your house?
Triple play.
Damn.
Comcast triple play.
Triple play?
It's cheaper than
What's
getting
your
internet by
fucking
itself.
phone number?
That's
Exactly.
awesome.
I don't know.
Even though I was poor, my parents always made sure we had HBO. Who am I?
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Tony Hinchcliffe. And that's exactly right.
Yes.
That's exactly right.
You weren't
Check out-
poor here, Tony.
Check out
Hinchcliffe.
my Burberries.
That's what he said in an interview.
The
For some reason, he said over and over again how he grew up poor, but his mom always made sure they had HBO.
So they could watch Bill Maher.
Yeah, so and he was on Bill Maher's show while he was saying that. It was such a kiss ass.
I think that I just thought that because whatever.
Oh yeah, free Palestine, by the way.
The rebranding of HBO Max to Max in 2023 was just part of a broader strategy by Warner Bros. Discovery, which owns everything apparently.
Warner Bros. does both of those things?
But why would it be called Warner
Mike
Bros?
says which owns everything, apparently. Which is a funny.
Yeah, Warner is that.
What a great revelation. To be
But why
like,
Discovery?
what do you mean?
Not Discovery Channel. Is that just Warner Bros. Using a word? Like I thought
No,
HBO was using a
Discovery
word.
That
Max.
is, they're all shortening their names. And they think it's so
Discovery
cool.
Channel, yeah.
They think it's so cool to get rid of channel.
Well, it is because
Well, I guess it's not a channel.
calling. Yeah, exactly. Calling it a channel is
Yeah.
old school.
They wanted to integrate streaming content from various brands under the Max umbrella. While the name Max was used in HBO Max, it's not a direct successor to Cinemax. The Max name was inspired by the linear service Cinemax. What? But the streaming platform has a broader focus.
Skinamax.
So it was
fuck?
inspired by Cinemax?
no, Mike, you're
They
just
said
wrong.
it at the end.
I would sue him if I was Cinemax.
The
It's
quote
bullshit.
Max name
this isn't
was inspired by a linear service, another service that existed, Cinemax. But the platform has a broader focus. Dude, it was inspired. That's good enough for me.
One
buddy.
time when we got out of school, like 45 minutes early one day, the bus, took us home early. I went to this black girl's house and we watched Cinemax.
Damn. What the fuck?
Cinemax.
Yeah, we watched. Yeah, we watched.
How old were
Softcore
you?
Porn.
14 probably. Like,
Damn.
Before we could, maybe 15.
And that was the plan, or
Couldn't drive.
it just happened?
It just happened. We went to her house. We were sitting on her couch. We were watching Cinemax, and the people were doing it, and we were like inching and closer together.
Oh my god!
And I was like, yes, dude. And then I swear to God, the garage door starts coming up, like Dad's home, horrifying. And it was like,
But you're allowed to be there, but you
No.
you have to switch gears.
Oh, I wasn't allowed to be
okay.
there at
Wow.
all.
Wow.
and I had to sneak out the back door, and like I remember running through her backyard. It was like her dad was coming in the front door as I was going out the back.
That's awesome.
And I was running in through the backyard, and I remember like jumping into like this tree line of like Lelands and like laying at the bottom and like peering in.
Dude, that's so Cinemax. That is so Cinemax.
I just remember being like, man, we were about to watch these people do it on Skinamax.
You're about to not see their penis or vagina and do it. You know?
Yeah, and
you were.
maybe I would have nuzzled up against this little mamacita. What? Need more beer? What are you doing?
I need Kevin's cup.
He doesn't
Oh,
drink.
okay. Oh, where's the cup?
Kevin
Yikes.
doesn't drink. I didn't get you
No,
a
he
cup
was about
because-
to get his cup. He's about to forget he's detoxing.
No, I thought you wanted it for some other reason. I'll give you the cup. I'll give you the cup.
I'm supposed to remember he's detoxing just because he
can't put
texted
down
me
the
today?
cup.
Come on.
Can't put down the cup.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Man, dude, I'm kind of struggling with the detox too. That's
Yeah, I
why.
would too.
That's
It's
why I extended it to July. I've been waking up in a pool of sweat. No lie. No lie.
It's hot. It's getting hotter outside.
But no, my sheets are drenched.
Yeah, it's fine. I sweat every night.
Drenched though.
Yeah, yeah,
I've never
yeah.
seen anything like it.
I mean, my pillows don't smell after a week, but they're sweaty every morning.
It's
your
I
pillows sweaty?
literally I need a bong rip. I need a bong rip to sleep. So I'm trying to get past that.
No,
I
that's
need
fine.
it.
That doesn't mean you
Need it.
sweat.
That is the worst. Your
Yeah.
poor wife, you're probably like, we got to fuck again.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah,
He
like
doesn't make you not want to fuck.
No, I know. It just makes you fall asleep.
Right. It's
But
like, I
not
would have
sleeping-
done it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just tired. It's not like my libido is down because of it. It's like I am just lazy.
It's because I jerked off in the shower. Sorry.
And that's another thing. Guys jerking off in the shower.
I hate jerking off in the shower. That
Never
was a
did
joke.
stick with me.
Yeah, I know. I never liked it. It's a meme.
well, here's something I was actually thinking about today because it's a trope that you hear about
Because
all
I
the
was
time.
jerking off in the shower.
Jerking off in a sock as a kid. Never,
Yeah.
ever,
More than
ever.
the shower. More than the shower. But not a lot.
Nice.
You did it?
There was a phase where I found.
I don't even
a-
understand.
I could
Why?
find a grip.
Why? Why not
So
just a trash can?
You're not rubbing the sock on your dick. You're
can't,
taking
trash
the
can.
sock and you're forming a
much to
grip
say.
through the sock. So the only point of the sock is a free cleanup. You waste a sock to never have to see that shit again, and you just throw it away.
Well, how about a nice like squat next to a trash can?
That's not relaxing.
Why
and
do you
taking
squat?
care of me. and
Yeah,
my-
you're worried
I have-
about your legs. As you're
I
your
have
legs.
candles lit and like Zen music playing. I'm laying down.
Or right in the
No
turlet. Right in
way,
the
dude.
turlet.
No, not in the toilet. That's not relaxing.
I'm not coming on myself.
I'm only coming in the toilet or the sink if I'm not at home.
Yeah, you take a nice like what's it called Puffs Plus.
I'm at
and
fucking.
you dab it off.
I'm at Ollie's Bargain Outlet if I'm jerking off in the toilet.
Oh my god. Good stuff, cheap.
Okay, jerk off strategies. 18 new ways to jerk off that will make masturbation so much better, according to Sexperts.
What the fuck?
If-
All right, let's guess some before we read
we
it.
gotta pay.
No, let's guess. Ah, fuck.
If anyone's sincerely reading this article, that's sad.
Well, let's
Yeah.
guess some anyway. I bet they put on that list
I got a better one.
left hand.
How to masturbate
offhand.
if you have a penis. Teen Vogue article.
The left hand is the biggest hack joke. It's like a different person. Yeah, a retarded person.
It's like,
Teen
and a lot of
Vogue.
people say it's like brushing your teeth with your opposite hand.
Teen Vogue has an article called, I already said it, I'm not going to say it again. You can read it right here. Masturbation shouldn't be such a touchy topic, guys.
It's a touchy topic.
So an adult named Gigi Engel can write articles for teenagers
That
telling
is
them,
fucked up. Honestly.
What is wrong
That's
with the
fucked up. What is
world?
wrong with the world?
This is why
Look at
people
Mike.
didn't.
Thank you, Mike. You're
Thank
right.
you, Mike.
What was the magazine that moms dreaded their girls to have, but all girls wanted? Cosmo Teen? Or just it was
I
regular?
think it's cosmopolitan.
Yeah, it'll
That
be like,
sounds so right.
your man needs a salty blowjob this month. It'll say crazy shit on the cover.
I mean, they got blowjob instructional like books in some schools. And
Learn how to grapefruit your man.
That was totally real too.
The grapefruit lady. I forgot about that.
And don't worry, it don't burn them. Bullshit, bitch. You're going to just think that grapefruit acid isn't going to burn every dick.
Mike, what are you about to do?
I'm just going to close that curtain a little.
Oh, I thought you were about to enact the grapefruit lady. I thought you were
Curtain.
taking your headphones off. I said I was about to save you, dude. I was about to
Yeah,
tell you,
the world
don't
She
is-
do
makes
it.
noise as soon as she lands. Blah, blah, blah.
She's doing it.
The world is so
There it
sexualized,
is. There's
man.
the GIF. There's the GIF.
So sexualized, so over sexualized. Like, just the fact that there's a month based on like sexual orientations is insane to me.
Yeah, and it's also Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I might just kill myself as a statement.
Yeah, sexual orientation is literally something that you can't even help. So how about we all just not even talk about it? You know what I mean? Like, isn't that like the way to handle that?
I heard it broke down to like 1 man a minute a year kills himself.
Oh yeah, it's way more than women.
I
But,
scrolled through a thing that said this many suicides a year, and then they broke it down. It was like a picture of Anthony Bourdain. It was like that's this many.
Fuck
a
that guy.
It was like that's this many a
That's
month.
a hot take.
You scroll,
that guy.
that's this many a week. You scroll, that's this many a day. You scroll, that's this many an hour. You scroll, that's this many a fucking minute.
Suicide.
I just hate the Anthony Bourdain thing. Everyone's like sharing all these.
Why do you hate
quote- Well, I just hate that people share all these quotes on them. It's like, live your life like this. And you're
Oh,
like, he
yeah.
fucking hung himself.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't
Live your-
take advice from Anthony Bourdain.
You know,
Solid
like, live
point,
your life
solid
like a
point.
rich journalist who's
Yes.
depressed, who gets
Yeah.
to travel the world and it's never enough, and,
and then
you're
a
still
girl
sad.
broke up with me, so I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah. If
That-
you're sad,
that is
you're
a great
sad.
point. That is a great point.
What a pussy.
Robin Williams, he was going to happen.
And they'll share his quotes too.
Robin Williams fucking laid there in bliss and OD'd. He loved it.
All the guys did that.
No, he
Farley,
didn't. This
Farley.
guy hung himself.
You think,
Farley
I
was
think they had
blessed.
fond last seconds? Probably, right?
Heroin apparently is the tits.
That's the yeah. That's
But until you start
That's the
vomiting
way to
and
go.
choking on your own vomit, you might panic.
well, you go on your stomach. You know, you get the heroin, you start laying on your stomach.
And then
Just
you
wait
don't
for
know.
bye bye. You know.
They don't know that to lay on their stomach.
Yeah, fentanyl is the way to kill yourself. Because there's like suicide machines where you get in a pod. Have you seen this? How come they don't just give you fentanyl?
I think they just suck the air out of those things.
Yeah, they do. It's weird.
Like pressurize them.
And they-
Depressurize them.
And they like take like the oxygen like out of your blood and stuff like
Dude,
that.
you know
too, or
how I
something?
would want to die if I could pick one way? Is there was this, there's these deep sea divers. They go so deep in the ocean. And they come, you know what the bends is?
You want to bend yourself?
No.
to death? Okay.
They, to avoid that, they bring them up in this like pressurized pod, and then they connect this pressurized pod to this giant container, and then they live
I
in
have
this
seen
thing.
that. It's weird.
And they slowly depressurize this container, and they're sitting there like, playing checkers or whatever.
Yeah.
But one of those one time, this dude accidentally opened it, and apparently that
It wasn't ready or something?
No, it was like completely overpressured or whatever, and apparently it just everyone inside just.
I watched
What?
that whole video.
Turned to like mist.
No.
No, I
Yeah.
watched
Really?
that.
It's like that?
Someone fucked up the opening.
Yeah, they opened that bitch, and everybody's blood boiled inside, and they turned to like that.
Dude.
Well, I watched that whole video, and it ended up being, okay, there's two guys that have to dive up at the same time and do this thing at the same time, and one guy fucked it up, and the whole thing fucking popped.
The thing I'm talking about was like up on a ship.
Well, have you ever seen
Jesus,
Outer
that must
Banks?
happen a lot.
You ever seen the series Outer Banks?
No.
In the most recent season, they have to get in one of those, and like the bad guy's coming, and they just kick the glass out, and they're hurt like a little bit, but they're like, "We got to get out of here. The bad guy's coming." They're in one of those.
I would
things.
never watch the show called The Outer Banks because I've been to the Outer Banks, and that place is boring.
Yeah, Ocean City is way better than the Outer Banks.
Yeah, well, there's just way more bars.
Yeah, that's true. And they call like people pogues and kooks and stuff. Apparently,
Whoa.
pogues are poor people,
Okay.
and kooks are rich people.
Okay. Okay. Didn't know where you were going with that. Could go anywhere.
What are you researching right now, Mike?
I was making sure the thing I was thinking about was an oil rig.
Good old oil rig.
Not
way
the
to
same
make a
event.
few
It must
bucks.
happen a lot. See, look at this diagram. They had to undo this clamp, the thing that hopefully I'm not hijacking.
And there's
Jack's
other
story here.
chambers. Whoa. The
Yeah, everyone was
escape
chilling in
capsule.
this chamber, like resting. And then there's another resting chamber where they play checkers, like he was saying, and stuff. There's an escape capsule, and then there's the diving bell, and they were down there.
Yeah, but the diving bell. This is it. But this is all like up on a ship. None of that's underwater.
But the pressure is still all fucked.
Yeah, they put them in there and they slowly release the pressure. That way they don't have to like slowly come up.
It's such a weird.
But what
thing.
fucked them up?
Somebody just opened the thing.
What's with that, man?
Well, hey, who are you guys? Are in there?
Like, I understand it kind of, but I really don't get the whole pressure thing.
Think about all the weight of the water. The ocean is pressing on you.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's still weird. Like,
Oh shit!
like, how come you don't just get crushed? How come, like, internally it does, like, just like this weird ass shit to you?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like,
But I think at a certain point you do just get crushed, like those fellows that were looking for the Titanic. Oops.
oh man, God, yeah.
Yeah, those guys are idiots, huh? All right.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, let's go down in
There's
this.
one guy was an idiot. The guy that said, "This is going to be safe, guys. Get in here with me, guys. Trust
Bro,
me."
if you have millions of dollars to apply to that, be like, okay, who do we hit up? Boeing? No, they make airplanes. Okay, who makes the
Yeah.
military submarine?
You cheaped
I
out.
wanna
They cut corners. Yeah.
buy the fucking thing that Elon could afford.
I know, but I would have trusted that guy too. That's why
I
I,
would-
think
yeah.
I'm scared.
But we
That's
have
what I
this
was thinking
Logitech
initially.
controller. Not even an elite Xbox controller. That
Yeah,
costs $200. They bought a 14.
Those elite Xbox controllers fucking suck.
You're right. That would have broke.
That Logitech
Oh
one
no,
is
we
great.
have a drift.
And did they really do that, or was that like a meme? They really did that, right?
Yeah.
But
That's
it's fine.
crazy.
It's fine.
It was a Mad Catz. Actually, it glue in the dark.
A mad
You can
cat.
see all the gears inside.
It's the one you give your little brother and don't plug in and pretend that he's playing.
I remember that, and we had moments. I don't know when. Maybe it was neighborhood living. It was like, okay, we can't afford a wired Xbox controller, but we can afford this Mad Catz. And whoever broke the Xbox one has to buy it, and then you have to use that one for the rest of your.
Yeah, Mad Cat
neighborhood days.
sucks.
I had a Mad Catz controller I played Star Fox with that had a turbo button. So instead of pressing A every time, you could turbo A and just hold A, and you shot so fast in Star Fox.
Sega
Damn.
Genesis had turbo controllers that were like that, and
Really?
that's the benefit of being a kid who's getting a Sega Genesis 20 years too late is they have at least you can buy a turbo controller. So when you're playing Streets of Rage, your punch, you put turbo and it's just going.
That's crazy.
Yeah, your punch. You just walk around with
It
your
inputs
punch.
it as fast as it possibly can.
Because no other gaming system would have an advantage per like hardware, right?
Yeah, that shows how fully analog those things were.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
So check out this dolphin accident. This explains quickly what would have happened normally, but I guess
Boil
they
my
rushed
blood.
it.
Boil
Oh,
my
good
blood.
God.
At the time of the accident, decompression chambers 1 and 2, along with a third chamber, which was not in use, were connected via a trunk to a diving bell. The connection made by the trunk was kept sealed by a clamp operated by Crammon and Saunders. They were experienced divers. Coward and Lucas were resting in chamber 2 at the pressure of 9 atmospheres. The diving bell with Bergedson and Helvik had just been winched up after a dive and joined the trunk. Leaving their wet equipment in the trunk, the two divers climbed through the trunk into chamber 1. The normal procedure would have been close the diving
guy
bell
took
door.
the bell off before they closed the door.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
I was
the
watching the
guys
video.
outside took the bell off before the people inside closed the
Dude,
door.
I would feel so bad.
Yeah.
Well, no, one
I
guy
think the guy on
died.
the outside got fucked
one
up,
of
but the
them
bell
did.
shot out at him.
Yeah, one guy got like not disemboweled. He got fucked up.
Yeah, like-
missing limbs, but he died. I think
Yeah.
the normal procedure would have
It's
been.
just not worth it, is it, guys? It's just not worth it.
I don't.
Right, no, these guys were.
They're getting paid $100 an hour. Still not
okay.
worth it.
Yeah.
Your vehicle's got oil in it right now because these motherfuckers.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
Close
That's
the
true.
diving bell door, which would have been open to the trunk. Slightly increase the pressure in the diving bell to seal the bell door tightly. Then you need to close chamber 1, which was also open to the trunk, and then you need to slowly depressurize the trunk until it reaches a pressure of 1 atmosphere. They were at 9. Then they need to open the clamp to separate the diving bell from the system. The first 2 steps have been completed. When a mechanical failure caused the clamp that was keeping the trunk sealed to open before Helvik Diver 4 had closed.
Oh,
Mechanical
wow.
failure.
I thought a guy opened it.
That's what it sounds like to me. What mechanical failure?
The seal popped.
Oh.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It's 1983.
Because they weren't drilling at the way that the video made it sound was there was 2 guys on either side of the nuclear reactor, and they're like, if we want to launch this nuke, we have to do this at the same time. So they were like, let's do it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. And the guy was like,
A little bit off.
2. And
Yeah.
something happened. But mechanical failure. Medical findings. Medical investigations were carried out. The remains of the 4 divers, the most notable findings was the presence of large amounts of fat in large arteries and veins and in the cardiac chambers, as well as intravascular fat in organs, especially the liver.
Their fat just went into their veins.
Unlikely to be
Ugh.
embolic. This must have precipitated from the blood in situ, which is
What
in
is
place
that?
or on site. It happened instantly. The postmortem suggested the bubble formation in the blood denatured the lipoprotein complexes, rendering the lipids insoluble. Now these insoluble lipids are likely what stopped their blood
Holy
circulation.
shit. That sucks.
They had totally clogged with fat arteries.
All your fat got released.
Crazy.
Oh, God, that's awful.
What would that fucking feel like?
Burning to death or that? That.
That.
That's
Instant.
quick. So wait,
Yeah, that's got to be quick.
could these medical findings be comparable to the Titan
You
submersible?
think their brain was full of
No,
fat, or
Titan
fat can't get up
submersible-
in there?
Did you hear the audio of the Titan submersible where these people are like, we're listening, and he goes, they hear like a thunk. And you're like, what was that?
It was over.
Yeah.
It was over.
Yeah.
Well, and then you see the new renderings of like the human body made up into little balls, and it shows like how crazily like okay, here's the leg. It's just like your whole body just ripple affected.
Well, they
to
say that, but they
nothingness.
found like a pen that was in one of the guy's pockets.
Pen, I saw that.
They found like some notes.
Yeah, how could you find a pen?
Because
I
after
said.
everything,
Because it's all bullshit. Who knows? They're still
Yeah,
alive.
you really never know.
They're on
anything in this world.
Neptune right now. They're in
Seriously.
Atlantis
Yeah.
with the fucking fish people.
hey,
Yeah, they went down because you got the ice wall, and then you got the hole at the bottom of the
They're
ocean.
in the hollow earth.
Yeah.
have you seen The Abyss?
Yeah,
Those little stingray guys found them, and they're like, "Come play with us.
I forgot about the abyss.
I don't know about the abyss.
Your wife will be
Isn't-
fine. She's gonna come back to life. She drowned, but she's okay."
Who's in the abyss?
That ugly guy who no one knows, and then the bad guy that's typecast as a bad guy.
That's where like the water thing comes up through the.
and you're
yeah,
like, is it a
that's-
bad guy the whole movie? But at the end, you realize there's a whole community of Jar Jar Binkses down there, kind of.
Yeah.
Stingray extraterrestrial life.
That
form.
movie sucks.
Oh, Ed Harris is the other guy you're talking about.
Harris.
Ed Harris. That's
I was
the
just talking about
90s
him yesterday.
Man in fucking black.
In the Rock.
And there's a guy named Dick Warlock. What a name. Dick Warlock is this man's name.
Like I'm
Hey,
like
man,
Mike's
that's
the
what
guy
they
with the
call me.
computer, and he's like, I was like, Mike, who's in the abyss? He's like the ugly guy, and he's sitting at the computer.
Ed Harris, dude, who's still old and gets to be in movies all the time. He's like the '90s Walter Goggins.
The lead
Walter
lady
Goggins.
is nothing to look at either.
Walton.
Yeah, I always think about the Rock when I think of him.
The lady's nothing to look at.
Who's the lady?
Instead of Michael Bain, they should have gotten
Michael
Walton Goggins.
Bolt.
That'll never not be funny. That'll never not be funny.
She's blown away. What is like? Why should I change my name when he's the one who stinks?
Yeah, when he's the one who sucks. That guy he's like a voice actor too.
That guy rules.
He just
That
gets
guy's
to
in
be-
show business a little bit more than you would think.
I got this killer up inside of me.
Me and Jack are trying an
Lost.
old classic, and you know what sucks is I cannot tell you how fresh it is, but I know it is.
Yeah, and these guys are inconsistent. And then that guy from this place moved over to Berlin Beer Co. And I went to Berlin Beer Co. yesterday, and I had one beer. I had a green suede shoes.
Okay.
That's a great beer.
Well, it normally is, but it doesn't taste like it used to. That guy just inconsistent. He's just throwing shit in there.
Yeah.
How hard is it to put a fucking Brood on date on your can of beer, though?
Don't get
Find
me
it.
started, dude. Don't get me fucking started with these.
Should we
fucking-
tag him in a clip?
Good thing I
There's
know
ways
what
to
Lost
solve
tastes
this.
like, and I'm glad to be trying a fresh Lost.
Where'd you get it?
At the beer store that I go to by Food Lion on Naylor Mill. Is that Naylor Mill? No, that is,
Nanacoke Road?
yeah. They start with an N.
Well, it's a good name for the beer because
and
they're utterly lost over
They're like
there.
a half a mile apart.
Stephen King's N.
Yeah, that's real, right? Yeah. That's real. Yeah.
Dude, how about the Joe Liz coverage, man? Can't
What do you
get
mean
over it.
N? Like it?
There is a book that's just called N by Stephen King.
What's
It's
it
a-
about?
What do you
Can't joke
think,
it.
Mike? What do you think?
You really think it's about that?
No, it's not about that. That's too good. Red Bar, that's like Red Bar has to love that so much. That's such his humor.
I'm not even going to read what this is about. It's stupid.
That man was high
Dude, yeah. When you have it's like, okay, I made it. I wrote 5 books and they like me now. Now I get to write anything and jizz my fucking thoughts out onto paper.
Literally anything.
54-page novella that first appeared in '08, just after. It was in a collection just after sunset. It tells the story of a psychiatric patient known as N, whose irrational beliefs lead him to believe that he can prevent an apocalyptic threat in the Maine countryside. Oh my God! It takes place in Maine.
Is it scary, Stephen King? What the fuck?
No, and you know what's funny is, it's just like in tattooing, just like in any art, this novella was inspired by a story by Arthur Machen.
Just like anything.
So
Yeah.
copying another guy's story and making it your own, aren't you?
Can we watch the girl kill herself parasailing?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God!
you
Yeah,
watch
I
that?
saw that.
So the
'Cause
call of the void got her is what everyone's saying.
no, she's scared of heights and she's freaking
yep.
out. Like she's freaking out. She's like, "Get me out of here!"
She's really, really fucking high up too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Or, dude, is that how high you go? when you
She'd
do
rather
that?
be down as quick as possible than stay up there. That's
I
how
heard-
scared she is of heights.
I heard someone say that the parachute had disconnected, and that's when it was extra high up.
No, there's video of it though. She's like
If it
frantically
disconnected,
trying
she
to
would
get
have
out
fallen.
of there.
I know, but like they were saying that wasn't connected to the boat anymore
Oh.
because it looks really fucking high, like Mike said.
Oh.
But I
Well,
don't
no,
know.
yeah,
it could,
it's eventually going to come down. You got to ride that out, right? It's not going to keep going up forever.
It's
I
like
know,
that,
but you could ride out until you're 9 miles out, but I guess they'd follow you, right?
Yeah.
they
Yeah, what do
better
you do?
fucking follow me.
Hopefully, I got an air tag on that thing.
That's crazy.
I'm not doing that shit ever. I'm never riding a roller coaster again in my life. I'm never
I don't
putting
like-
my
Yeah.
faith into some other man's creation.
Seriously, man.
We've talked about how I fell off the Ferris wheel many times. Fell off the Ferris wheel, Heaven Carnival.
You fell
You
off.
did.
Yes, told the story on the podcast many times.
Yeah, but
Wow.
how high were you?
We were on our way up. I was probably like 3 cars up.
And it stopped to load another person on, and you were like, "No,
No,
And much like Mike's
not
HBO,
telling the story again.
you should," because we've been doing this pod enough to where I could forget that story.
Okay, well, this long story short, long story short, a storm was coming, so they were getting people off the Ferris wheel really quick, and he didn't stop it quick enough when we were like going past, so he brought us back, but he forgot to put the foot thing down. So when he brought us back to put the foot thing, and it ripped the foot thing like
And you were like, "I'm out."
no, it ripped the bottom off the cart or whatever. So like the weight was all fucked up, so it started flopping.
swinging and
Yeah, and then it flopped so bad that the gate opened.
dump you out backwards, or
No, forwards. So we were flinging forwards, and we flung so far forwards, like the little hook that holds the gate in opened, so the gate swung out. So we were hanging off this gate, me and this dude, and I know, hanging off the gate sideways, like sticking off the side of the. Can you picture this?
yeah.
Like the gate swings all the way. So I'm on the.
Oh, so the gate swinging like this.
yeah, the gate swings like out like that.
Yeah.
Chink. And like so, we're out here now, hanging off this gate.
And you're up or down?
And
Why
I
are
guess
you
this-
hanging off?
what should I have done?
I don't know.
Just fallen to my death? We just
what?
grabbed this thing and held on.
And
dear life.
you were up high.
It was going up. And because the guy's like, Jesus Christ, panicking, I guess, this carny.
Yeah.
And as it's going up, I'm like,
And then he stops at the
I
highest
like-
point or something.
I like look down, I'm like, all right, I can make this. So I go, I drop. And I remember I was wearing those Adidas flip flops with the spikies in them. Those Adidas flip flops.
Yeah.
I like stabbed them out, and I landed right in them. Yeah, ooh. And then my buddy, who was just hanging on for dear life
He
too.
kept hanging?
Yeah, he kept hanging, and he hung on long enough that they lowered his ass back down.
Whoa.
That like,
I would have been like,
but I was
Mom!
like, I looked down and was like, all right, I can make.
You
this
did the
drop.
right thing because
'Cause-
that panicked carny could have.
Just kept going. I
Kept
was like,
going
I'm
up
not
or
going all the way up there and trying to hold on at the very top of this
he
motherfucker.
would have been in trouble.
And I remember, like, me and that kid, we ran, like, told, like, my mom and his mom were like, dude, the Ferris wheel broke. We fell. They're like, oh, yeah. Like, they didn't grasp how intense the situation
Yeah,
was.
I hate that when that happens.
Well, yeah. But, like, there was a ramp that they would raise and lower to let people on this thing. And when he overshot that ramp, he didn't put it back down.
Uh-huh. Ugh.
So when he went to actually get us off, the foot thing hit that ramp and ripped the right off the cart.
Man, and much like Mike's HBO, he gets free Carnival for life.
I know, yes. Yeah. To ride all the rides.
You should.
No, they just gave me a candy apple, I think.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, but if that happened now, the Eastern Shore Undercover would be all over that shit. There'd be a drone out there filming it. I mean, come on, let's be real here. How much time in real time did it take? Like 3 minutes?
I remember I was.
No, really
Well,
fast.
your buddy's like,
You know how fast a Ferris wheel goes? And, like, he didn't have it on full blast. You know, it gets going at a pretty good clip when
I
it's
hated
going.
that when it would get going like that.
But on unload and reload mode, it's going pretty slow. But it was fast enough to rip the fucking footrest off the cart, and the carts are like balanced. You know, they swing.
Yeah, because it swung enough
Yeah.
and then caught it.
Yeah, and when it caught that footrest thing and the footrest broke off, the weight of the cart was so fucked up. It was like going
So then you guys fell forward into the.
into the bar, and then we went so far forward that the bar was able to dislatch or whatever. Pretty intense.
That's really wild. And I'm more fascinated that you told that story and they didn't get it. Who'd you tell it to?
like my mom, and my
Your
dad.
mom?
My mom and my dad would work in like the ice cream booth.
And they just think you're just like overly excited.
Yeah.
Dad, this kid's at the carnival talking.
10 or 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were 8 beers deep.
You were 10 or 11?
Yeah.
Oh.
My dad was definitely to 8 beers.
I was
deep.
picturing you a little bit older. That's even crazier.
So the Serbian model who died in Budva, that she's a rich motherfucker. I don't know. This whole story, like, I'm just going to say something insensitive.
Do it.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I have $1 million. I'm going to use it to do this.
Well, people die all the time doing stupid shit, but just the footage is the creepy thing.
Oh, yeah. Should we watch that?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why it's interesting is the footage. It's like a ghost footage almost. Like she's possessed.
It's like she's possessed, yeah.
I read a bunch of stuff a second ago
Look it
that
up
said
on X, Mike. Look it up on.
I had it saved in one of my playlists. It'll probably take me a while to scroll and find it.
someone said her diaphragm could have whatever atmosphere. She's high up in the pressure. She could have.
Not enough pressure. Not high enough for that.
But to some,
She's on like the 12th floor of a building.
Well,
someone's
that's like the
offering
opposite,
a
right?
suggestion. Someone's just offering a possibility. We don't know.
I do. I know everything, Mike. Ask me a question.
What's the best movie ever?
Shawshank Redemption.
Jaws. You were close. That's not it. She lost her life though. Let's watch.
This is
Jaws might be better than Shawshank Redemption, but I think I'd rather rewatch Shawshank Redemption because there's more going on.
She didn't.
Is
lose
that
her
real?
No, she's about to put. She
Okay.
literally that clip ends when she does her parachute. That's not real. I put in the thing.
What'd you type?
Model kills herself parasailing.
Just type parasailing. Guarantee it.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one.
What'd you search?
What you said?
Just parasailing?
No. Model kills herself parasailing.
Oh, okay.
But I guess I took a word out.
This is it.
Jesus Christ, put me down. Get me down here. Oh my God.
You're dumb.
Bitch, shut up.
So-
Bitch, shut up.
So were you right? Is it detached, going higher and
Look
higher?
how fucking high it
Yeah.
is.
She's pulling. She doesn't have any survival instinct. Saying, "Okay, once I've
Ride
gotten
it
myself,
out. Ride it out.
okay." She unlatches one thing here. Boom.
That's
Two
You know what
things.
she takes off there? That's called a life jacket.
That
Why is she
probably not
taking
going to help
that?
much, but
yeah, why is she
I'd
taking the
leave
life
that on.
jacket?
Yeah, I'd leave that
you
on.
wear that because they lower you down in the water. You don't want to.
And who knows? You could go chest impact into that water. It could save you. You never know.
Bro, what the fuck? She's still strapped in. She would have been if she could have held on here. It's
Mike, she was not trying to hold on there.
I
She
know.
was trying to get the fuck out.
she clearly had something came over her brain that overtook her survival instincts. I don't think she wanted to kill herself.
Look how hot she was. She was stupid as shit.
Yeah, look. Wow, that's crazy.
She can't be that hot and smart. It doesn't work like that.
It's true.
Yeah, she's probably like a real
you
model.
don't inject your lips with stuff if you're smart. You know what I mean? you don't put fake stuff in your body if you're a smart person.
Honestly,
I like
that
my
is
women
true.
all natural.
Except for
Yeah.
tattoos, I guess that's different. But hey,
It's different.
You
It
don't
is.
see me
It's a lot
fattening up
different.
my ass with plastic.
My
Tattoos
body,
are a lot different.
My body is a temple. I would never get a tattoo or anything like that.
Like, do y'all know what Botox is?
It's toxin.
It is the most poisonous toxin like ever created. You know how much Botox they put into you?
What's the BO stand for? Because
It's like 0.00001 of whatever it is.
what's it stand for? Blah 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 blah. Toxin.
Yeah, some crazy long word. It's an abbreviation.
Botulinum toxin type A, a neurotoxin produced by the bacterium Clostridium botulinum. It is used in small doses to temporarily paralyze your muscles, reducing wrinkles, and treating certain medical conditions.
That's just science.
Is it from a snake? I wonder if it's from a snake or a hornet. And we were like,
It's a fish. The fish.
dude, those toxins are actually, we found that they work for us, Kevin. You're mad about it?
See if you can find how small of an amount they put in, because that's
they-
really scary. Because
You're just talking about cosmetic Botox. They use this a lot for like physical therapy stuff, right?
I don't think so. I think this
They
is.
put Botox in like your muscles sometimes when you like your shoulders and shit.
I don't think so.
It's not just cosmetic.
I don't think that's true, but it could be.
Is Botox more than cosmetic?
Yeah, I think you can get it for like.
But what I just read was you use for
it
the
kills
smallest
nerves.
Botox procedure, you're using 2 to 5 units, even on the smallest one.
What the fuck's a unit?
A unit
Is
is
a
like
unit 2 square pounds?
2 cc's or something. Who knows?
Cosmetic.
No, Botox is not more than cosmetic surgery. Botox is a non-surgical cosmetic procedure. Well,
put
cosmetic
Don't
surgery.
put surgery. Don't put surgery.
Okay, you're right. It's non-cosmetic.
And don't read the AI overview.
Yes, Botox is used for more than just cosmetic AI. While it's widely known for its ability to temporarily reduce the appearance of wrinkles, it also has several approved
Yeah, I've heard people get it for like some sort of muscular shit.
medical uses.
I guess
These
it got to
include-
kill something in there because like it kills the nerves and
And
that's
maybe
what
people are
makes,
having
like
like
your,
spasms or something.
maybe, yeah.
Damn, Kevin, you need to look into this. These include treating chronic migraines, excessive sweating, overactive bladder, eye muscle
Overactive
disorder.
bladder. I've heard people getting put it in their bladder for some reason. Where have I heard that before?
I need that.
Wait, I heard that. I would complain about it about pissing too much at concerts, and somebody said, "Go get Botox in your bladder."
Eye muscle disorders and various muscle spasms or stiffness. Man, let's get Botox bladder because I can't drink a coffee without having to piss 5 times.
Hey, let's order a box of condom catheters for me at
Ouch.
me at ouch.
Miata?
Ouch.
Condom catheters? Ouch. Any catheter? Ouch. Just kill me.
It's condom. It goes over your dick.
So it
How's
goes.
it go? Ouch.
Catheter is
condom
an ouch
catheter.
word
Okay.
when I hear it.
Yeah, how come they didn't do the condom idea before the up the dick hole idea?
Well, if they're going up your dick hole, it means your urethra's inflamed and closed, and they need to get it out there. Or
Oh,
or you're retaining urine.
that makes sense.
I had
Holy
surgery
shit.
one time, and a lot of times the what do you call it? Anesthesia will make it so you can't piss. Like the muscle at the end of your bladder went up, and then they'll go up in there.
Acid makes me not piss sometimes.
Yeah, I
remember
know.
a couple times pulling up to that porta potty with a load in me. A load.
And the tiniest little dick.
Oh no, your dick is like in your body on
Why
acid.
does your dick get so small when you're on those drugs?
I had to pull my dick out of myself and be like, pee! You must pee!
I think your dick gets small like that because you're like, don't you dare think about fucking right now. Do something else.
Yeah, she's gonna turn into a cyclops creature.
Yeah. He's gonna turn into a cyclops creature. I've had sex on mushrooms and just been like looking over there.
I don't think I've ever had sex on any really hard, or like, not that mushrooms is a hard drug, but only, alcohol, weed.
Just not
Well,
worth it.
Molly. Yeah, that's it.
Molly sometimes will make you want to have sex. Other times it'll do the same thing we were talking about, make your wiener small. Because your wiener's like, you got parties to have.
Yeah, it's like seriously. That's exactly what it is.
It's like, you cannot fuck right now.
Mhm.
Get out there and hit the dance floor.
It's kind of like sometimes when you're doing like a sport, sometimes it'll shrivel up because that's just how
Safety.
the design is.
And I
It's
think
safety,
it's like, it's like if they think you might be in a battle, and then they don't want people to be like, yeah, grab at
exactly
it.
right. That's
Grab
exactly
at
it.
it.
That's
why
exactly right.
I always tell a girl that's why I come fast. So I'm like, my body's like, dude, we got a guy here. It could be under attack.
Yeah,
The city's
yeah.
under siege.
Get in, get out.
The city's under siege right now. I got to repopulate the earth.
Real
fast.
quick, I got to do a couple of y'all.
And then I got to get up to the wall and die.
I never had sex at a concert inside of the concert crowd
No, me neither. Who
You,
would?
With
you
my
were raised
penis.
right, Mike.
What?
with my penis.
Oh. I fingered her with my penis. What's that from?
That's from something.
He'll finger you with his penis is what he says.
Yeah.
I forget.
That's a funny thing.
Fingering was never.
I think
ever
Danny
been-
McBride says it.
Yeah, probably. That's not something you would say. I put my phone on the stove.
Do you think
I tell you
Walt-
that? I cooked my phone.
Damn.
You told
How is
me.
it?
It's okay. My phone's okay, but I cooked the case.
Pass me the bong, please. And I was wondering if you think Walton Goggins is really hanging all that dong himself, or if it's some CGI AI shit on.
I hate Walton Goggins.
You hate him?
Will
Yes.
Ferrell.
Oh, is his character? His
Nope.
character does something in the show you don't like.
Nope, I don't like him anymore. He's
No,
just been shoved down my throats. He's on a goddamn Bud Light commercial. He's on an American Express commercial.
Yo,
He's on a
is-
Walmart
He's-
commercial.
Yeah, he's
Jack.
on a Walmart commercial.
And he
he's
hangs
at,
dick.
He's at the, what do you call it? The Met Gala dressed like a fag.
Yeah,
Get
he's
outta
mean.
here.
He's
I like him.
mainstream.
I like him.
He's compromised, but I like him too. I like him
He's
too.
compromised.
He is compromised though.
He's the new Pedro Pascal.
Dude, how many times have you
No,
seen
Pedro's
Walton's
still
goggle
him.
glasses? How many times have you seen Walton's goggle glasses?
I
10
swipe
times
away
a day.
as fast as
10 times a
can.
day. That commercial is
What is that for?
everywhere.
What's it for?
It's for GoDaddy.com.
Are you kidding me?
That's what it's for. It's like an example.
Oh my God.
It's like GoDaddy can help you build your small business like mine. Walton's goggle glasses.
Dude, they're making that. They're just.
I've never seen the whole video because it's only on TikTok or whatever. And I'm not.
They're ripping a bit from Righteous Gemstones where he goes, Baby Billy's Bible Bonkers.
You're right. You're right.
They're just
you're
ripping.
right. You're right.
They're just like, everyone likes this thing.
My Instagram and TikTok both think I want to see Baby Billy's.
Bible bonkers.
No, holy water. It's real water.
One sip of this, no more COVID.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah,
But
he
that's,
is-
I've never seen anything from that show, but if I swipe on those things, that clip comes up
That character
all the
is
time.
such gold. That character.
I think
Is that
That's
the
the
most
only-
popular clip from that show?
I think you might only like him from that show and his wife. Or he finds this redhead lady, and she's like a prostitute, and then she's got bad teeth, but she ends up with Baby Billy, and he gets her new teeth.
You know what? It's a lot like his character in The White Lotus. It really is.
But
He
is
has-
his character in the White Lotus one season?
yeah, and,
Dude, we were
and she has
sitting
bad
there.
teeth and looks similar. Yeah.
We're about
I
to
like
watch
that
it.
lady in the White Lotus.
He's first season, right?
She'll probably get a lot of work.
3.
That's cool. But in Righteous Gemstones, like,
You know they're doing
Aunt
season
Amy or
4 in
whatever.
Ocean City.
there's a funny story arc.
Oh yeah,
Because she goes from being like, whatever, maybe she wasn't a prostitute.
I watched the first episode of that show and was like, I can't do this.
oh, I thought it was
The
a good
first
first
season
episode.
is the worst season.
Oh, what? Righteous Gemstones has a hell of a first.
Once
season.
the family works their stuff out, like I envision it as maybe it's like that show Troy likes Succession,
Yeah, I
which
can't get
probably
into
has
that
no
one.
joy in it at all.
I can't get into that.
It's just
one,
a bunch of backstabbing family fuckery. Like
Yeah, I would
Drama.
hate that. I would hate that.
Yeah,
I have a feeling-
No joy in it at all is an excellent way to put it.
That was well
But
said.
the
every-
Righteous Gemstones ladder is like 3 siblings who want a piece of the pie, billionaire daddy who's pretty much like Joe Olstein, and then Uncle Baby Billy who's like, he was famous too, and he was actually famous because of the evangelical main guy's wife who has passed away. So he wants a little piece of the pie still.
And introducing his character in the first season was great. I like the first season the best.
Not the best. Second season, the best.
Well, I just watched the first episode and I was like, I can't watch this but I think I would have done that with any show I put on because I'm like, I don't want to watch 50 hours of anything.
Yeah, Danny McBride's very
I'm so
particular
over
too.
all this shit.
I
very
find myself
particular.
really enjoying Gemstones because I obviously didn't end up with the religious upbringing. So I see a lot of like the stories that no one else like. You got to be a Christian.
You
to know
relate
about
to
the
that Adam
stories.
Devine character.
Well, they'll be like they'll bring up obscure Bible stories where you're like, oh man, cool. I know about that story. So this
You're
is
right.
funnier to me that they're making fun of. I'm like Samson when he grabs the donkey's jawbone.
Yeah.
You're like. Does
He
everyone
slaughtered
know
like
that story?
1 million Philistines with a jawbone or something like that.
Crazy
I remember
shit.
that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But I like first season; it's good. But when the Nick Swartzen, not Nick Swartzen, who's the asshole who plays the bad guy, and
In which season? Eric Andre?
he's in like every Wes Anderson movie. No, it's not. Yeah, it's the Eric Andre season. He's the journalist who shoots the cast iron
Luke
pan.
Wilson.
I can't.
Owen Wilson.
Oh, he is a glasses wearing bad guy. He's the bad guy in Scott Pilgrim.
I can't think of his name.
The
yeah.
bad guy in Scott Pilgrim?
He has black hair or something, and he's in a lot of Wes Anderson's.
He's in a lot of Wes
Dude,
Anderson.
the Scott
Yeah,
Pilgrim.
that guy.
Scott Pilgrim had a great video game.
They're still not showing his name in any of these
You're
pictures.
in a picture. You're under images, you fucking...
yeah, but still,
Where are the words?
is Scott Pilgrim canonically autistic? Why is Nega Scott called Nega? That was a whole thing in the end of that
Oh
movie where he
my
says,
God.
"Oh, I'm Nega Scott," and it does not sound like nay. It does not sound like N-E. And also,
I remember
Still
he
scrolling
killed,
down
he killed
on
a
this.
guy in that movie, and the guy turned in the coins or whatever, and I was like, okay, that was worth the price of admission. I was
That's
like,
cool.
That's fun.
I gotta watch that movie. A lot of people like it. I've never seen it.
It's not good.
Oh, okay, cool. I like Sarah though.
It's really gay.
Michael Sarah.
you like
I
him?
forgot that's who that was.
He's great.
I saw this thing.
I
Jason
was picturing
Schwartzman.
the Facebook guy.
Jason Schwartzman plays him. Thank you.
Did you see, by chance, Rick Glassman's podcast where it claimed to have Paul Rudd on?
No.
The episode says Paul Rudd, special guest. And then the whole time he's like waiting for Paul Rudd. And then like
This is so awesome.
a producer comes in and you can't see the producer's face. And the producer's like, hey, I fucked up. I told Paul the wrong day. It's terrible. It's terrible. It goes on for like 25 minutes. And you almost
Is this
think
the producer?
they're going, yeah, this
It's
is it.
Michael
And it's
Cera.
Michael Cera.
He's the producer?
So instead of getting a Paul Rudd interview, you get a Michael Cera interview, but it's revealed like halfway through.
That is so fucking
required.
funny.
See
I
website
love
for
him.
details,
He's
restrictions,
really
and
creative.
important
You
safety
saw his
information.
COVID thing where he did the thing where he interviewed the girl from Forgetting Sarah Marshall. What's her name?
I did see that. Yeah, you were telling us
And
about
he
that.
scares her away
Uh-huh.
because he gets a DoorDash delivery and the DoorDash guy climbs up on the balcony.
Yeah, he goes for it. That guy.
and he just interviews the DoorDash guy the whole time instead. But it's not really a DoorDash guy. It's an actor friend of his.
Yeah.
But just a skit they did.
He's
But
I like that. I respect that too, man. I
it
do.
was really funny. Because
really
you
tries to
think you're going to
entertain.
get... I wish I could remember her name. It doesn't matter. She plays like Elsa or something.
Isn't she in this movie?
Is she in Elsa?
No, she's not in that movie.
Is she Elsa?
She might be. I don't know really who else.
Because he makes
is.
her sing...
Kristen something.
yeah, Kristen.
Yeah.
Kristen. I don't know any actress's name. I know like Jack Nicholson.
Kristen Bell. Is that it?
That's it.
My brother saw her in the airport. Said he like almost fainted.
Who's the most famous person you've ever seen in person?
That's a great question.
Like
Jack.
not like live, like in the wild.
in the wild
Mine's Post Malone. That's a pretty big one.
in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, just on the street. And me and Andrew were like,
What?
should we talk to him? And we were like, nah.
And he really was walking unbothered.
No, he had Mexicans around him. Short Mexican girls. You're picturing them. They're fat. And they're like, and
Man,
he was so nice.
Probably Mark Norman, honestly. Probably. I can't think of anyone.
In the wild. Have you
Well,
seen anybody famous, Mike?
Because going to a concert and literally seeing someone
Yeah.
doesn't count, right?
No. I went to a club one time and Future was there in the corner,
Damn.
just standing there.
Are you
That's
serious?
like that
Yeah.
Theo Vaughn thing. He got mad at that guy, and you know that like Theo Vaughn is a reasonable motherfucker, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
A week later,
We don't know that.
No,
Why do we know that?
I'm not going to assume that it was in
We're
your
profiling
guys'
him.
feed either, but it was in mine. And was it Sean Macabre? Why am I making this up?
What are you
Did
talking
he meet
about right
Posty? Someone met. Sorry, Jesus Christ. Someone met Theo Vaughn. Oh wow, it's way closer to home than I. Go ahead and get me a computer.
He's having realizations.
Get me a computer.
Get me a computer.
There we go.
My Discord will show us. I have a personal relationship with someone who met Theo Vaughn last week, and guess what? They're in my RuneScape clan, and guess what? I had a whole
Dude,
conversation.
do not show
with
the Discord.
Why? Why
Who
not?
knows what anybody's saying?
Oh my.
Nothing bad in that. We say all our bad stuff on the game. You say bad stuff on the game, you'll never get in trouble.
Oh, really, dude?
I've had the craziest things said to me on this game, and probably not even in the past year. I've been playing
awesome.
when I was a kid.
They're the craziest stuff said to me on this game.
The things that stick with me the most when I was still a kid when it happened,
Don't repeat them.
and I will never.
I'm just a kid in my.
It's so funny. It's so funny how you remember like specific interaction you've had on video games with people, like that kid saying, "Hey, Apache." We made that kid so mad.
Hibachi.
Like just
Apache, like the
Yeah, no,
like an Indian.
His name's Hibachi for
Hibachi.
lunch.
He kept being like, "What was he saying to me?" Quit
He
crying.
wasn't even being that. It was just weird. At first, he was being mean, and then he was just like, he realized we had a crew too, so he
Yes.
just kept saying little things like, Hibachi, hey, Hibachi for lunch. Hey,
He was just fucking with us. And-
Hibachi.
But we were in our own private chat,
What
laughing
game?
our ass off about it. Probably like Valorant or something. I think it
God,
was
that
Valorant.
was some toxic
Any
times.
game where we would have to play with random people like that, it would be bad because I would play with people and they'd be like, "All right, you can play with me and my friend," and then I'd play with them and their friend, and then me and the friend would get fighting. And he'd be like, "Man, I knew I should have let you guys play together." Stuff
Oh
like that,
my
'cause
God.
People would
Who?
just fight. Just
Randoms?
people. No, just people.
That
Oh,
kid,
you-
that kid grew up in a
I don't say
non-peaceful
full
household.
names like
You
Mike.
should, man. Jesus Christ, help me know who you're talking about. Is it Jesse?
No.
Do initials.
No, this is older. BG. That's
Nice.
gonna make it really easy.
Ross Moses was mad at you because you like
No.
the other guy.
I said the initials and you missed it.
BG?
Yeah. Stop saying that loud.
BG?
Stop it.
That doesn't mean nothing to me.
Good,
BG.
yeah. That's a forgettable
staying
person.
alive.
Who met Theo Vaughn?
BG?
Who met Theo Vaughn?
No, we're not over this yet.
It doesn't matter. I would
Gotta
just fight
tell
with
me.
people in there because it does not play well with others. They would put that on my fucking cage.
What? What are you talking about?
You know when you go to the Humane Society to adopt a dog,
Oh, okay. I thought you said on your cage.
they would put that on my cage.
I'm never going to let this go if you just don't tell me, even in my ear.
What?
Tell me the name.
Hey,
About
I'll
who?
bleep. I'll bleep it.
BG.
I'm not
I don't-
believing anything. It just makes it way
Ben?
funnier. There you go.
Brian?
You got the first name already.
What's
First
G?
Damn, I don't know a G. I
The
know
guy
a
floating around. It's
BH.
a very
Okay,
forgettable
Oh,
person.
man. Someone who probably isn't even alive
I'm
anymore.
saying
he's
the
talking about?
worst stuff. I'm
He's
saying
talking-
worse, saying they're forgettable on these.
Okay, I know who it is now, but who hooked that up?
What do you mean?
Who hooked it up said, oh, yeah, you should play with him and me?
I was playing with him and his friend.
Who's the friend?
There's some guy.
Another guy that I know?
No, dude, don't worry, man. I didn't yell at your friend. I didn't
And
fight
you,
with
you
your
got
friend.
fighting with BG.
No, BG's friend.
He's
And he
unimportant.
said, and BG was like, dude, I should never let you guys play together. I knew that you would be like this.
Mike.
Why did he set that up? If he knew you would.
Because we needed a fifth or whatever.
If you've never gamed with Jack, then why would you ever set that up?
Mike, he's unimportant. The cops say he doesn't matter. You know what I'm referring to?
They're not a real person.
Yeah.
The cops said it doesn't matter. What do you mean they said it doesn't matter? They're not real. Stop asking me.
That's such a good one.
Okay, but yes, I find that
You guys
to
should
be-
watch Aqua Teen Hunger Force. You
I
guys
don't
would
like
really
that one.
like it.
I don't like that one.
If you like this show, you'd probably love it.
I like how they can make it funny with
funniest show
humans.
of all time.
I like how they can make it funny with humans doing it, not a meatball.
Yeah, I hate that Aqua Teen show. So I'm just trying to say.
too.
I was just
Me
trying,
too.
I would just say in another show I hate, so you guys probably like it.
I hate Aqua Teen. You know, the only Adult Swim show that I really laughed at when I was like a confused teenager was Space Ghost.
I was just
I
about
was
to
about to
say
say that, too.
Just
Coast
about to say.
the Coast to Coast, where there was a talk show.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they'd be
Hilarious.
Like, I don't know why you have me on here, Space Ghost. I'm the little praying mantis.
And then the other guy.
the Tiki guy,
Yeah.
said things that made you laugh.
Space
Yeah.
Ghost was very Tony Hinchcliffe.
It was very just so I don't know. It's just funny.
We should try that again and see. Like, okay, let's watch it and see if it's really good.
I've been watching Pokemon season 1 with my son.
And what's Space Ghost? Is that a real comic book or show?
Space
or
Ghost was
Definitely a
made
show.
up by Adult Swim.
completely made up?
He had Jesus Christ. Are we going into Space Ghost lore?
You're asking if he was like work for the NASA at one point? Or?
Did they grab intellectual property? Is my
made up.
question. Did they grab already established intellectual property, or did
Space
they
Ghost
create
Coast
that?
to Coast was already so Space Ghost had already existed. You wanted me
Yes.
to read a little bit about it?
Yeah. So it's like a real comic, and they turned it into a funny talk show, right?
It was
Oh
a TV
wow!
show.
In '66, Space Ghost was debuted. In
66.
1966, before all the wars,
Yeah, do you
Space
remember
Ghost.
It was on the same fucking channel.
The regular like action packed.
Yeah,
So Coast to Coast was the only other revisit.
I think so. Yeah, and they had all the characters. They had like the fucking guy.
And it must have been like Johnny Quest universe, right? Or
I
the
get it
Johnny
now.
Quest
Hanna-Barbera.
animators.
Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera.
This is actually pretty prolific, guys, because I think this is the
I like
first time,
Hanna-Barbera.
the first time in our child lives that we actually saw something happening at side by side on a network. We have the original, like Boomerang would show Flintstones. It'd be the equivalent of if they had Flintstones, the new rock. Oh, that asteroid never fell. They're still around. They're talking now.
the Flintstones was so fucked up.
What a bad show.
And Flintstones, remember they were like, "I hate watching our wives work this hard." Hey, yeah,
Oh
let's
my
go around
God.
back where we can't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
My favorite joke in the Flintstones is the 100 times that like some animal said, "It's a living." Yeah,
Yeah, let's turn our TV on.
it's a living. Garbage disposal. It's a living. The light, the fan. It's a living.
The TV, the radio.
Car, it's a living.
You're killing me, dude.
That really was the whole show. It's a living.
Remember John Goodman, your favorite actor, was in.
That's a great adaptation. Holy shit! And Rosie O'Donnell does the Betty and
Yeah, talk about casting.
Halle Berry though.
Casting.
Remember Halle Berry?
I've never seen this.
Do they
You
go
haven't
to?
I've never seen it.
Do they
have
go
to
to
see it.
Vegas in the first one, or is that the second one?
I think that's the only one. Yeah.
No,
Flintstones,
there's
Rock,
two movies.
Rock Vegas. Rock Vegas is
There's
the only.
two
right?
movies.
The second
They go to Rock Vegas. Yeah.
The second one. There can't be a second one.
There is.
And Bam Bam's a good cast too. Yeah, that whole movie was brilliant.
Yeah. The Flintstones '94 and the Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas.
Oh, there was two. Nice.
6 years apart.
6 years.
The second one is so funny to me.
'94 was probably a good movie. The Rock Vegas one was over the top. But let me get back to what I wanted to speak about. I remember watching a show called Space Ghost, and it wasn't
I
good.
didn't know we could do that.
No one liked it. Yeah, we can. And it's like, okay, cheesy. This seems old. It's a cartoon though. Like Looney Tunes was a cartoon, and Tom and Jerry was a cartoon in the 40s. Old stuff.
Dude, old.
Probably good to guess.
So you got this 60s one, and they're like, I'm Space Ghost. I'm Rock. It's like you think that it's funny because of the Coast to Coast show that exists at 9 p.m. and you're like a confused like preteen teenager.
Even though you don't quite get the satire or the irony. You know,
No,
at
I don't
that age.
grasp anything
Yeah.
because I could not quite grab a computer and just Google it yet. I don't even think we had a gateway
What the
yet.
fuck are you talking about? What?
I'm talking about living through my first realization of something that is, it's side by side on the same network. You have a thing that existed, intellectual property, and then you have a thing that exists and it's like making fun of it. And
Yeah.
you're realizing for the first time like what parody is and stuff
Yes,
in
yes,
real time.
yes.
Yeah, what's the style of
And-
comedy that you would describe Space Ghost as the host with the card being like, okay,
But
on
it's,
the next thing?
I don't know, but it's
What is
striking
that?
me as funny.
Parody, irony,
I don't-
satire.
It's the first time you're seeing it, and,
Yeah.
and it's striking you as funny, and then you watch the real time show Space Ghost.
Can you look up a clip? I just
They
want to
lower,
see
they
a
lower
little
the
bit.
TV in and he'd take calls.
Yes, I will pull a clip. I will pull a clip
Sounds
up, but
for-
I just wanted to
almost
finish
like Red Bar.
explaining the feeling that I was living through for the first time in your whole life.
Hey, he would interview actual celebrities too. Yeah,
It's just kind of crazy to me
it is
because I didn't know at the time they were two different things. I'm thinking,
fully explained.
I
It's
gotta
been
fully explain it.
It's been fully explained.
no, it hasn't. Because as a kid, you're thinking the last thing that I didn't explain. You're thinking in your head. You're like, oh my god, why would there ever be two shows about the same thing?
This is obviously
one-
not about the same thing.
No, they are. They're the same characters. And in a child's mind, what else are you thinking? Are you truly breaking it down and saying, oh, I finally realized this is a show from 1966, and the new one that shows at night is like a new show where they're making fun of themselves? No, I'm thinking there's this whole ecosystem happening. Like it's what would happen?
Poor Mike.
Talk of the Dead. Oh, this is Walk of the Dead, and then Talk of the Dead comes on after because I'm stupid and watch that.
What's
shit.
the Walk of the Dead?
You used to live with a guy who would watch Walking Dead, and then
Talking
we
Dead
gotta tune in for
afterwards.
Talking Dead afterwards.
I watched one episode of The Walking Dead and said, that's for girls, and then
Yes.
never watched
I'm
it
not
again.
targeting you. I'm targeting an old roommate of yours, but you understand the concept. So as a kid, I'm thinking we're watching Space Ghost.
Mike did the thing where he didn't name their name. I'm not used to that.
We're watching Space Ghost, but now we're watching Space Ghost Coast to Coast, and I'm laughing at Brack, and I'm laughing at Tiki Man.
Brack,
But
that's
this
his
old
name.
show wasn't funny.
I think Brack was Tiki Man though. Maybe
Hey,
not.
I don't know, but I finally explained it, and we can move on.
Look up a clip. I just want to hear them talk
wait,
a little
wait,
bit.
wait, you're done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Holy shit.
I hadn't gotten to the final thing I was trying to
a
get.
little
going.
cherry on top.
Just keep going.
Space Ghost Wiki.
It really was funny. Just the fact that it was called Space Ghost Coast to Coast is so fucking funny.
I think
Yeah.
that there's something to be
It is.
said
Late
about
night.
this artwork. Something about it seems very lo-fi. Something about this makes me feel comforted.
Like they were going for Batman, but it's Hanna-Barbera.
This reminds me of Hey Arnold's Room. What these colors?
He's
the
on a
space?
spaceship.
Do you not like that? Do you not like the way that looks?
Where are you? Yeah, I like it. I'm sorry. I like it. I swear, dude. Swear to God, I like it.
Did they do Thundercats too?
I don't
not
know,
sure.
but let me just read a little bit because this is too much.
No, I don't think. Oh,
Space Ghost,
I
also
would never
known
bet on
as
that.
Thad Ghostal, Thaddeus Bach, our Major Dickinson Yates,
People
Crier.
that know a lot about this are fucking insane, though. that are our age?
Yeah, he's known by 7 different words. He's the titular character and protagonist of Space Ghost franchise, appearing in every iteration. Once a superhero, he later became a talk show host. He's best known as the talk show host.
Whoa.
He's still no stranger to fighting crime.
Did the same guy do the voice? That's a good
Yeah, I
I
question.
think
right?
we
like
might
it.
get into the actual stuff of it in a minute. But no,
In a minute.
Coming up. Coming up.
Coming up.
Just get into it, dude.
This is fandom first, then we'll read about the creator. While often brave and resourceful, Space Ghost is just as often oblivious and egotistical. Don't trust him too much, is all we're saying. Physical appearance. Okay, tell me what you want. Personality, powers and abilities, paraphernalia, equipment.
Powers and abilities, I'd really
Yeah.
like to know.
Yeah. I actually do want to know.
Super alien physiology, superpowered alien
that's sick.
physiology, flight. Okay, this is broken down what that means.
Would he
Light
not be
speed.
the best secret character in a fighting video game ever?
Light speed flying.
Flight, super strength, enhanced agility, enhanced stamina, enhanced durability, teleportation, invisibility, energy beam emission, ice beam emission, stun rays.
Oh, he's
And
way better than anybody.
He's
else.
overpowered.
Yeah. He
He
is.
can manipulate your effects, so he can add power to you. He has a vacuum too, apparently.
He has a vacuum. Is that what you said?
Yep, said that. It's
like
just
a-
talking about all the things he ever did in an episode. He probably sucked something up.
I thought he may have like a nice auric or something.
Maybe.
He's a Dyson type guy. I'll get you a different one of those. How about that? Hey, you retarded. It wasn't even on camera. Psycho. Take your shirt off and throw it on that shit.
I'll get some paper towels.
I want to get some paper towels as an epic follow-up. He's gonna die. come out of your nose? Man, Mike, we're glad you're here, dude. You save the show every week, dude.
Oh my god.
Come out of your nose?
That really was shook up, huh? Damn.
I thought I'd be.
I thought you had it too, man. Seriously. One little bounce off the floor.
I'm defeated.
Was it like shooting down your throat or something?
Yeah.
Out the
Stop,
nose?
I'm gonna come.
It went down the wrong pipe hard.
Yeah, you're such a good boy.
Oh man, it went down that wrong pipe hard, brother.
Oh my god.
I'm just ruining everything too. It's still dripping.
We don't do that here.
What's that from again? I don't even remember.
That's Wakanda. The guy, what's his name?
kneels
Black
or
Panther.
something? He's like, I'm dead now. I'm dead now. Right?
Yep, and apparently they cast a white guy for the Black Panther. That's the
was a
the
fake-
new one. Is
fake
that fake?
article.
I thought we got one. Thought we got one there, boys.
You think they would do that? Are they
I don't know.
idiots, dude?
I have no idea.
If anything, they're gonna make them Hawaiian to bring Hawaii back on the map because everyone's mad at Hawaii about Stitch.
Oh,
They weren't
What?
mad the first time.
what
They're
do you
just
mean they're
mad
mad
this
at,
time.
Why are they mad at Stitch?
Appropriating Hawaii.
You do not want to get. We need to talk about something else. I will go off on Hawaii.
No, yeah, it's been a tourist attraction for how long
It's a
now?
fucking fake place.
What do you mean?
No, I don't.
There is no Hawaii culture. All that shit's made up.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to be like
Good
a million,
God.
200 years later, being like, "You stole our culture."
That's like the newest rock on the whole goddamn planet.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a good point.
That's very.
They
Is it the
paddle
new-
there from Indonesia.
They were like, "Oh my God, look, molten magma that just erupted out of a thing."
They're like
200
pig,
years
Our
ago.
national food, pig. This is white people brought you that. Goats weren't there.
I gotta look into that, man. I bet you're right. Yeah.
Pineapples weren't there.
He shut it
Oh
down.
my god, really? Okay.
Nothing was there.
Well, yeah, it's just a fucking rock. Yeah. Someone had to
you
bring
know what else
everything.
wasn't there? The Four Seasons,
Yeah, yeah.
where everyone works. You got me started.
No, I like these kind of topics because people don't know stuff like that. You know,
They're fucking insane.
those are my favorite types of topics. People think everything is so.
It's like
fucking-
me
I don't
going
know.
off on birthright citizenship last week. I need to calm down.
No, I like that shit. Let's talk about shit like that.
Birthright citizenship is racist. No other country does it.
Oh yeah, and by the way, the he'll finger you with his penis was Will Ferrell's character in Eastbound and Down.
Oh my god.
My computer's not hooked up to audio, but you might be able to hear it.
That's like the
And then
first.
Scott's going,
I'm pretty sure that's the first fucking episode of that show.
dude, that's a funny fucking show.
Yeah, that show's pretty funny. That's on the home box office, right?
Yep. Oh yeah, yep. And that's how that's the man who discovered Danny McBride and just gave him his own show.
And
Yeah, but Danny
McBride's
McBride
like-
makes that show, and he makes Gemstones, and he's just
Yep.
been making
He's
shit
like
he's
ever.
the same guy in both of them.
He's my favorite
Yeah.
guy ever, probably.
He's the same guy in everything.
But Tim is getting up there. Tim Robinson, he's getting up there, man.
I really like. What's his name? Danny McBride is the same in everything, but him playing washed up baseball player as that guy,
It's what he was born to do.
ideal.
It's what he was born to do.
Him having to go to Mexico and shit is so fucking funny.
It really is.
And whoever and how I don't understand how they write that other guy, the weird friend of his. What's
Yeah,
his
he
name?
makes it.
I haven't watched that show since like 2010 when it came out. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and they just found him too. Apparently, I forget his name too.
Yeah, and the black guy from The Office is the other baseball player in that first episode.
Yeah, Craig Robinson. He's done so much in his career.
He's in one of my all-time favorite movies,
Pineapple,
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Hot Tub Time Machine. Yeah, man, that's a successful movie.
It's so under.
How many? Is there 3 of those?
I've
There's
only
2,
seen
right?
the first 2.
Yeah, there's 2.
If there's 3, but that is in my top like 10. I want a giant poster of Hot Tub Time Machine.
Nice. Which one? Just one, right?
Yeah. And I love how.
Is Kevin
it can't be 3.
Who's the other
is
guy?
there
in
a
that?
third one?
I don't
What do
know
you
if
want? What are you
there's
pointing at?
2, guys.
There is Hot Tub Time Machine too. But what's his name? Chevy Chase's character in
Oh, my
Hot
God.
Tub Time
I remember
Machine.
that, yeah.
So funny. He's like gives them ambiguous clues on how to get home, and then the kid's like, "Come on, dude, just shoot us straight. How do we
I
get
can't
home?"
quite remember. Isn't he like ends up being like a twist character or something?
Well, he just kind of appears.
yeah.
Hot Tub Time Machine 2 is not good.
I've never seen it. I don't think
I don't mean either. I didn't know it existed. It came out in 2015, apparently.
the first one is so good.
Same cast, but when Lou's shot in the groin, when Lou is shot in Lugal himself, he gets shot in the dick. Nick and Jacob drag him to the Hot Tub Time Machine to go back in time and save his dick.
Rod Cordry
Okay,
is an
that's hilarious.
underrated
That is-
comedic actor.
That's pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
I'm glad Rod Cordry finally got like a
Is that
big
Lou?
movie. Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, the end of the first one, his character is so funny. He's like, He's the only one that he stays back. And they all go back in the time machine.
No, I think I'm good here.
Yeah, he stays, but then they meet him in the future, and he's like a rich guy with blonde hair because he knows he knew all like the sports.
And he got
yeah,
him
I
all
just saw
stock
that little
options
clip.
in Lugal.
Yeah, Lugal. Yeah, Lugal.
Who do you
yeah.
think- who do you think
Everyone's
is-
on a yacht.
Lugal, yeah.
Who do you think is the funniest alumni from The Daily Show? Because he's one.
Holy shit.
You got Dimitri Martin. You got Steve Carell.
I'll say the
you
chick
got Rod
again just to piss
Corddry.
you off. One time I said I liked the chick from the Daily Show, and you got so mad.
Wait, what's her name?
But I thought the chick from Talladega Nights was on the
Samantha Bee? Is that what you're talking about?
I thought the chick from Talladega Nights or whatever was on the Daily Show at one point.
I love the vibrations.
Yeah, was she not on the Daily Show?
Nah, just SNL. She's
Yeah.
she's Superstar.
That's
You ever seen
who I
American
was
Superstar?
thinking of when I said the chick from the Daily Show.
I like Molly Shannon.
Molly.
Molly Shannon reminds me of my own mother.
Again,
Like,
I don't know any chick's name, but who else? Who else is an alumni from the Daily Show then?
Steve Carell's probably the biggest,
Well, no shit. Yeah.
and then Rob Riggle,
Who's that?
who is Rob
Mike,
Riggle?
pull up Rob Riggle for me.
He literally is this guy.
Oh, yeah.
That is Rob Riggle.
Bam!
Yeah, he's in Step Brothers.
Are you saying bam or are you saying bang?
I don't think I like that guy.
Yeah,
No, because it's
he's a certain
slapstick.
taste.
He's a slapstick guy.
No, he's not.
He's a certain taste. Yeah.
Slapstick means he's like, wow, banging you on the
He's
head.
like
poking you
that.
in the
He
eyes and
literally
shit.
does that to Jonah Hill when
He
he.
literally does that.
To Jonah Hill.
Yeah, in the movie 21 Jump Street, or maybe it's 22 Jump Street.
I
but
love those
I gotta
movies.
rewatch
Those
that
movies
one.
are so funny.
I gotta
They're
rewatch
taking
that
the
one.
drug and they're seeing Rob Riggle as an ice cream man.
Oh my god,
he's
they're
going,
right. That is hilarious.
Maybe he doesn't slap him, but he goes, he's
That
licking,
is
and I
really
think
funny.
he goes, "Put your tongue back in your mouth. What are you doing? What are you doing, son? Straighten up."
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
That was a well casted Rob Riggle.
I think that he's necessary in Superbad, Step Brothers.
He's in Step Brothers?
Yeah, he's bow.
The guy to lead on, make sure don't fuck this up. Bow.
Something about your
Bang.
face. Something about your face.
The
That's-
pal thing? That's from Step
You
Brothers?
say
Yep.
panned?
That's not the same scene. You're fucking with my brain,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, that's the same movie, different scene. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same guy too.
No, it's not.
That is a job interview with a lady.
You're right.
Yep,
And
yep.
he says, "Hello, Miss Lady."
And
I'm
this guy is
behind
not
you."
around when they say they'll finger you with your penis, right?
Don't think so.
Is this guy in Eastbound and Down? Tell me this guy's in Eastbound
Who?
and Down.
Rob Riggle? No.
Okay.
No.
What about Let's Be Cops, Kevin?
Oh,
Ugh.
Stephen Colbert, apparently. Obviously, he's a Daily Show guy.
Yeah, you said that first.
No, I said Steve Carell. Steve Carell and Stephen Colbert.
My whole face is
And
sticky.
Rob Corddry, Mo Rocca, John Oliver, Ed Helms.
Ed Helms.
You don't got to do that. I can do that.
I'll help you out, man.
Ed Helms.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Is
fucked up.
Ed
My whole
Helms the guy
face
from
is
The
itchy.
Office?
Yeah, yep.
Oh man, I drank
He's
beer.
paging Dr. Faggot, too. Yeah.
Oh my
Paging
God,
Dr.
I love that.
Emergency.
Louis Black.
I was on drugs in a
Wait,
rave.
I already said
Paging
Rob
Dr. Beat. Emergency. It's an old song that went viral. It went viral recently.
Al Madrigal. He's really funny.
Oh my God, it is really old.
They play this at Tuesdays or something, dude.
Paging Dr. Beat.
They play this at, like-
Emergency.
Just you saying that's fucking with my brain. I remember being like fucked up hearing this in the club somewhere.
What is this?
This went viral on TikTok like 2 months ago with this whole trend of girls, just a general bouncing around.
I probably saw that
vibe.
too then.
Paging Dr. Beat. Emergency. I'm a TikTok star.
I don't know anything about it.
Mike, that was good, dude.
I have rhythm. I could do
That was really good.
Yeah,
Thank
get your
you.
camera out. Get
Wow,
your
dude.
camera out right now.
Mike, you're really good at that. You should definitely do that.
I should be a gay star on the TikTok and sell people blind
Yo,
boxes.
Gloria Gaynor. That's the most copywritten song of all time. I made a fresh mashup. I put that vocal over top the Cuff It by Beyonce beat. It got taken down of all platforms. That never happens too. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. They do not have it up with that. Celine
What are you
Dion.
doing?
It reminded me of something.
You're just looking up great singers.
Yeah, there was just a time where Celine Dion was told by the producer, if you can't get this fucking right,
Hell yeah.
Whitney Houston is next door recording her album, and I will go fucking get her.
Who says that?
If you said that to me, I'd be like, go get her then. I can't compete with that.
Yeah, Whitney Houston, the best singer
What do you
ever.
mean?
Literally
What do you
the best singer ever.
Give any song.
Celine Dion is pretty goddamn close.
I have a clip that you have to look up.
Look at
after
this.
Fair.
This is exactly what she sings after that. In 1996, a producer told Celine Dion that if she couldn't hit the high note,
Oh,
Whitney
the
Houston was
producer
next
said
door and
that?
could step in.
Yeah, why not just go get Whitney Houston?
Because we got
What song is this?
We got a girl who can do it. Kev.
And she's supposed to be real good too, but
We
I
got
mean,
a
Whitney
girl.
Houston.
Her hair will blow in the breeze.
myself. Maybe not that.
All right, Mike, I need you to look up a clip.
Was that
If you're
Celine
done
Dion?
with this one.
I don't think so.
Once you're done with this clip, you need to look up a clip that says Celine Dion limo fan sings for.
Sidebar,
Something
that,
like
that All By Myself song reminds me of that alcoholic girl that Ben used to date that I lived with.
Lindsay.
There it is. There it
She
is.
sang that one night when she was blacked out drunk, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Lindsay did?
Remember
Yeah.
her? She was singing,
She had the fattest cheeks ever.
yeah, but...
And I'm talking about the face. I'm
Yeah, I
talking about
know.
the face.
And she's gotten sober, and they went away.
Yeah. Wow. Dude, she was the drunkest person I've ever experienced.
Yeah, and looking back, we were kind of enablers, and that was, she had a
Yeah,
problem.
What were we
well,
gonna
it's
do? What were we
fine.
supposed to do? Drag her to the hospital? Leave her like an
Sometimes
orphan?
you have to see yourself on that side. Like you know, we have our rough parts in life. We live. I slept in a bed with another man while I shared a room with his future girlfriend.
Yeah,
they weren't dating yet.
You basically were always
Who are
sunny
you
in
talking about?
Philadelphia.
Me and Ben slept in a single mattress, and she slept across the way.
Where?
Oh, no, never mind. Ben only slept with me a few nights out of the week. Me, I slept in my little single mattress and lived in Ben and Lindsay's room.
It was very Charlie Day. It was very Charlie Day.
So you imagined that you and Ben slept together.
Yeah.
he misremembered it. He misremembered.
No, we did a few nights. I think she would be gone at work or never come home or something. I'd be like, come on over, man. Well, we're playing, not seriously in a bro way.
Where was this?
Off of Homer Street, and we'd have the projector. We had the projector.
I remember
and we
these
played
days. They're
Xbox
good days.
360. Modern Warfare 2 was the game at the time. You were living life in your apartment. We were only blessed to ever come over there.
I came over there. To your
You did
that
a
was
few
a
times.
wild
I remember
place.
being over there, and Mike or Ben making meatballs in the oven, trying meat loaf things.
Oh,
Not
God.
eating that. I'd be like, I'm going to dollar
Dude,
store and
you
buying.
guys were literally living in Always Sunny in Salisbury. That's what you guys were doing.
Yeah, I would rather come stay at your house.
And I remember we would smoke in the house before that I lived in.
Or
we
the
smoked,
dorm.
We smoked weed in the shed all the time.
The sheds.
And then you
The
guys
sheds
moved there, and
we
you're
had.
like, check out our shed. And it
Yeah.
was the upgraded
Upgraded shed. Dude, I'm about to get
At
the
that
super
house,
shed.
I thought your house had the best shed.
No, at Homer Street, there was an upgraded shed.
Did
that
you
we
see
had-
the stone pad?
Oh,
Stone pad's out there now.
damn, I've been peeking. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Oh no, Homer Street had the Sounds of Animals fighting shed.
Dude, yes. And we watched.
That's where that dude.
we
in my
watched
head,
Moon in that shed one night.
Moon, yes.
dude. In my head,
With like 9 or 12 people in this shed watching Moon.
That was wild.
And no one said a word.
And there were records just decorating all the walls and stuff.
We watched Moon in the shed.
Jack just totally finally.
How do you
made
guys not remember this?
No, what
I
hap-
remember. I
Listen to
remember.
what. Listen to what
And
my
I have a
head
bad
did.
memory.
Listen to what my head did. My head took the shed from Chestnut
Oh, wow.
and stuck that in the background of Homer.
And Chestnut,
And
is
then
that PJ's house?
Yeah.
Okay.
It took the shed from Homer
I lived
Street
there too, and we all
stuck
paid
it
the
in
same rent to PJ's mom. So
No,
PJ
but
didn't own that
all
shit.
the good
Oh, yeah,
memories
yeah.
from Homer Street are in that shed with the Sounds of Animals fighting screenings. We watched that band play High all the time.
Because the Chestnut
I threw a lighter
shed
that
was
just
nothing.
happened to
Yeah, it
like
was a
blow up on a
tiny
chair.
shed.
Yeah.
I threw one of those old, like the non-Bic crack lighters. I threw it. Skip's like, pass me a lighter. Middle of the shed. Threw the lighter. It landed on the like weird part of the folding chair and blew the fuck up.
Whoa.
It was loud as shit in there.
Oh, my God. Really?
And that shed, we had a tally of every blunt we ever smoked, and it just like
Oh, wow.
it was hundreds and hundreds.
That's the type
and
of shit you
hundreds.
do back in those days. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember. That was a good time.
Oh, I love that shit.
Dude, I remember one of those sheds. Like,
and there was like a
you-
weird like center part of a couch in there.
Yeah, I remember you went to prom or something, and
Probably.
you came and brought like your girlfriend and like took pictures in the shed.
Yeah, I bet, dude.
I swear to
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
That wasn't.
yeah.
That
Oh my
could
God.
not have been prom. It was a formal.
Because we would have all
Oh
been
yeah,
involved.
maybe like a SU formal or something.
was
'cause
something-
It wasn't prime,
Oh, okay.
unless
It
she was,
wasn't-
unless she was younger than you.
It
or
wasn't
something,
high
maybe.
school.
It must. Who would it have been? Yeah.
Victoria.
Ah,
That's definitely,
what? Really?
that's definitely who it was. Yeah,
It was Victoria.
I don't know. I didn't
That's
remember.
the
back in the
only
shit.
girl. That's the only other.
I didn't think we did that in high school though, but I guess it was the summer after high school.
It was a couple.
Yeah, no,
years.
yeah. You guys went into the summer, but we all saw it fading away.
Yeah.
She's like, oh,
I wonder how she's doing. Man.
he's discovered marijuana. Oh man, let me see how big that big ring is.
Oh yeah, and before we get too far from Celine Dion, you gotta see this.
No, we're
clip.
not far from her. We're gonna watch her after the
Sorry.
after
Sorry,
the
All by
producer.
Myself song just reminded me of the old days.
Dude, I love
With,
the old days.
with my drunk roommate.
So, don't want to get copywritten, so
Here
I'll
it
talk
is.
a little bit.
That's the same song, is it?
That is not. A weird part of it.
It's at the end.
What's the best?
Without
Celine
music,
Dion
it's hard to
song?
envision. But you know how old songs had to have a theatrical ending.
What's the mic placement like here? I can't even see it. She's real
moving
far
away.
from
She's
it.
doing great.
Yeah.
Doing great.
And that's what you're supposed to do when you get loud like that.
You see her
Amateurs
mo-
get closer
Yeah,
to it.
she moved away
Yeah.
so far.
And the angle's good, too.
What's the biggest Celine Dion song? I don't know any.
The Titanic song.
Is that "And I Will Always Love You"?
Yeah.
That's not the fucking.
That's tight. That's
Is that not
that's
her?
Whitney Houston.
Oh, fuck.
The
That's
Titanic
the
song
Bodyguard.
goes a little
That's
bit
the
something
Bodyguard.
like this.
Dude, I can't believe I just did it.
I have to
I-
whistle it because it's like a flute. It goes.
That Whitney Houston song is my karaoke song. That's why I know that.
Oh, my God. You can never pull that off.
I was like, "You're joking, right?" Are you whistling the Titanic song?
My Heart Will Go On is what it's called. But I can't think of the...
Mike, hold on. Mike, that's beautiful, dude.
With nothing to fear.
That's beautiful, dude.
That was
It would
bad.
be
that
so-
was bad.
No,
But the
it's
whistling,
hard
I
to
can
sing.
whistle.
That's like the hardest song ever to sing. It's like national anthem, the Bodyguard in that song. It's
here with nothing to fear. But
What's
you're
she talking
freezing in the
about?
water.
Yeah.
Leo's freezing in the water.
But what's she fucking talking
I
about?
don't know.
My heart
let's-
will go on.
Want a
What?
rap genius? Heart will go on.
Yeah.
We'll go on.
Rap genius. My heart will go on.
That's the only thing that's gonna do it.
I'm about to tech house that tonight. I'm
Oh
gonna
man,
put a little beat on that.
everything is fucking highlighted. Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you go on.
Well, that's easy.
This
I
is
get
a
that.
song for the 1997 movie Titanic. From the perspective of Rose to her lover Jack, who died in the sink of the Titanic, the only way that Jack exists, goes on, is in her dreams, far across the distance and spaces between us. Rose and Jack were born in two vastly separated echelons of
Dude,
society.
we don't stop, dude. I'm gonna cry.
Well, let's just do Now Here with Nothing to Fear.
She has like major health problems now too.
Oh man, Nothing to Fear is not part of it?
yeah,
You're here, there's nothing to fear. An
Yo.
age-old example of the feelings that love and trust for another human being
She
brings
says
to
all that.
oneself. Knowing that you have nothing to
She
fear
says
for
all
the
that.
person you love is the most right.
That didn't
there
even
is
rhyme.
alongside
How'd you pull this off?
This is also a part of the songs where the wonderful Celine Dion really ramps up and pushes these words into the upper echelons. You can't say upper echelon twice in the same description.
I'm so high up at echelon.
Get this shit out of here. I'm done.
I'm so high like a addict.
I'm
Wow.
so high like a.
Let's watch this.
Oh, check this out, guys. This is so funny.
She told the driver to stop though.
Yeah. No,
Take note.
you have to really pay attention.
She said stop.
At the end, there's that Easter egg.
She's not impressed.
Do you see that at the end?
Yeah.
She flips her off. At the very end, Celine Dion tried to pause it at the right time. Celine Dion literally flips her off, gives her the middle finger.
That's so funny.
She's ruthless.
Sorry, that was.
It's going to take a quick finger to...
I'm quick, motherfucker.
Mike, you're not that quick, dude.
I'm quick. Just ask my girl.
You see that shit?
Oh, I'm not quick.
Or is it a pointer? Is that a pointer?
Didn't want to ask my girl.
No one would just do that. She's going...
That's people debated that if that's real or not, and Kevin, that's the first. That is when AI was first used right here. Look.
Can we watch some Google VO3 videos before we end, and then you open your thing, please?
Yeah, let's do that.
I open my thing now, and then we watch Google.
No,
VO3.
no. VO3, X.
Do we
X.
have
Look
VO3?
Up on X.
Is
Look up
that
on
generates a video with audio?
You give it a prompt and it makes a video, but I think you have to pay for it. And I think you
Should we just do it?
I think it's expensive, and I think you still
I'm not
can't.
paying for that.
And I still think you can't do it unlimited times.
Wait a minute, I want to watch this.
What?
Elon Musk said this is not okay.
Dude, this is what the Democrats
Why
want America
not?
to look like.
That's not America. Why is that not okay?
It probably is
That
America.
is California.
It's
Mike.
California. It's literally Los Angeles.
What are they mad about?
They're
ICE
they're
raids.
literally mad that ICE is kicking out illegal immigrants.
Yeah,
they're
like,
so retarded.
People are here illegally, and they're getting sent back to where they're.
That's ICE rage.
and they want to die on that
Raids.
hill.
Raids.
And they had to send the National Guard in to clean it up. And like U.S. citizens are like harboring illegal immigrants.
Yeah, and you keep saying things on Twitter like ICE is here and they look like the military. You're like, that's the National Guard because you guys are rioting.
This motherfucker has a Supreme hat on. These are rich people doing this.
It's
don't
unbelievable.
Don't get it twisted.
It's
That
unbelievable.
guy has a Supreme hat.
And you know what showed up right outside of ICE headquarters? A pallet of cinder blocks. Again.
The pallets of bricks again.
It literally is undeniable.
That's my favorite. Conspiracy
Cinder blocks are too
theory.
heavy. If it was bricks, maybe.
It's
but
bricks.
that
No,
might-
they're taking they're using those cinder blocks and they're breaking windows with them, and they just appear in these riot places. They just appear.
that is a crazy
A
thing.
huge pallet.
That's a crazy thing.
It's
They're
crazy.
going to be used for bad
Happened
stuff.
during the BLM riots. It's all George
That was
Soros.
the craziest fucking thing ever when they were
Yeah.
taking pictures of those and sharing those.
Now, could it actually be just a mysterious third party sending them? Like,
Yes.
I
It
have
definitely
property
could be.
there.
It definitely
Absolutely.
could
I have
be.
property there. Let's go
It
straight
could be
up.
fucking China.
Big possibility of China. You
They,
see, they caught those guys bringing in deadly pathogens. You see
What
that?
kind? What kind?
Chinese nationalists, totally unassuming, called them at the airport. They're bringing in deadly pathogens.
My work bought like these, like I can't remember how many pounds, hundreds of pounds of this like scrap glass, and it came all from China with all this Chinese writing and shit. And I'm cutting in this bag, and I'm like, how close is this to Wuhan?
You're gonna be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
You know what was the craziest thing when I was ordering pins? Is sometimes these boxes.
You're gonna be fine.
These boxes would come. You know, they're like a big heavy box of pins. I'd try to save my money and allocate it and get a bunch of stuff at the same time. Sometimes I get like 3 of these boxes. And the craziest smell that I ever recalled was what I could
Kimchi.
only describe as and I know it wasn't years at sea, but years at sea.
Oh.
I get this like
It was.
salty.
We know-
not
you have a
years,
gift. You
not
have a
years,
gift.
because it was like a month.
It was in a shipping container. For
Dude,
sure.
it stank.
Yeah.
It smelled.
That makes sense.
Wow.
Got
And
sat somewhere. It was on the
and-
bottom.
if it was in the sun and the sun was coming through the window and I spanked it like scary China dust.
Oh,
Dude,
wow.
I'm in there and I'm thinking,
That's what happened to you.
in my brain, I'm thinking, the only thing that this is reminding me of is when the 90s came along and everyone was saying, oh, don't open your mail because of anthrax.
That was kind of scary, yeah.
I was like, this is what anthrax smells like?
Anthrax.
Anthrax was wild.
Anthrax, dude, it's a band. It's a fucking
Yep.
band. That's how not serious that whole thing was, by the way.
We should name our band
There's
COVID-19.
there's no band
Yeah.
called September 11th. There's a band called Anthrax, though.
Dude.
Because Anthrax, don't open a piece of mail because there's anthrax on it.
That was
That
crazy.
happened to how many people? Nobody?
How many? Probably 9 people,
Maybe.
but which is a small number.
No, back in the day, they would have said, that's not real. This isn't happening. This is a fake fucking thing.
It might have been.
Just like now we can tell because we're
Yeah.
smart.
Who
now.
knows? Yeah.
And we can say, oh, that's fake. They're trying to rile up society.
Well, how about the Unabomber? He was mailing bombs, blowing people to smithereens. That documentary was crazy. If you saw that,
I haven't.
a lot of people got interviewed with like
But who was he sending the bombs
skin
to?
grafts and stuff because they opened up a letter and it exploded right.
What
in
did
their
they
face.
do to deserve it? Was it random mail?
Random like big companies. This guy just hated big companies and shit.
But they're like, oh yeah, I used to work for Kellogg's. I'm missing my eye. Good. You deserve it. How much money did you make for Kellogg's?
Yep, they referred to that in the Pop-Tart movie that Jerry Seinfeld
Google.
made.
No, I work for
VO3.
Post Cereal.
Yeah,
Throw me
Kellogg-
some funny VO3 videos.
Who got
please.
killed and targeted by the Unabomber?
When I lived in Austin, there was a bomber
Ooh.
that was
got a
dropping
killer there
packages. Was dropping packages off on people's doors, and it was like a whole thing like don't open packages in Austin.
No.
And the SWAT team eventually found him, and he fled in his vehicle. And when he got in his vehicle, there's like a helicopter footage of this. They surrounded his vehicle with all these SWAT cars, and his car blew the fuck up. He blew himself up in the fucking car.
Only way to do it. Only way to do
Hardcore,
it.
dude.
Dude, you know who this guy killed?
Who?
Okay, the first 2 are not very important or prominent.
uncle?
And then the third guy is like, oh my God, okay, maybe you're a bad guy. And then people injured. We'll get into that in a minute. Okay, killed. Hugh Scrutton, computer rental store owner, 1985.
He hated
probably hated that-
computers.
no,
he
he
just
probably-
hated computers and
Really?
shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
but
technology.
it gets thicker.
Like he lived out in the woods.
And people who hated nature. Thomas G. Moser, advertising executive, 94.
Advertising
10
too,
years
yeah,
later.
Yeah.
Gilbert Murray, president of the California Forestry Association,
That's weird.
killed 95.
Well, he cut down trees. Is that what that means?
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
forestry is destroying forests.
No, it's not.
Forestry and RuneScape is chopping down trees.
I think that's when you
that's-
take out the forest.
forestry.
California Forestry Association. Look it up.
How about the forestry definition instead? The science of practicing planting,
Oh, no.
managing,
Yeah.
and caring for forests. So he killed a guy who cared?
No, but
What
that guy.
the
No.
fuck?
That guy probably was a bad
bad
guy
one.
to be in there.
He was like,
He's probably like, that guy doesn't really care for trees. He's signing all these bills that are actually cutting down trees. I'm killing that motherfucker.
Jack knows.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Jack
I don't
knows.
know.
know, Jack
you
knows.
do. You do. We got David Gelterner. He was. These are all
David,
injured.
really? David?
These are David. These are injured people. Computer scientist injured in '93, losing fingers, severely wounded. Charles J. Epstein. He was a geneticist. What does that have something to do with our people now? It does. He looks just like him. Oh my God.
We blew this thing wide open.
Oh my God. Is that not related to the guy that we know and love? How is he not related to the guy we know and love?
Are you talking about George W. Bush? Who are we talking about?
Yeah. Sorry, we got to wrap it soon.
All right, do the Google thing.
Then we have to do the
Also, little announcement right here. I will be mixing the next Crack Amico single tonight. Hopefully he likes it and releases it, and I get a good credit.
That would be a good credit.
Little Crack Amico, man. He's the man. He really is the man.
You're going to get a bunch of emails.
He's he could chart on the hip hop charts.
He worked for L. Ron Hubbard.
Like if he really tried to make a little bit of a hit, which they're all hits, honestly. I'm gonna play it on the radio.
Your
Make a
daddy,
clean
what's he
version.
say? Your daddy, the Scientology motherfucker. He worked for L. Ron Hubbard. That's what he says about Tom Segura.
Oh yeah,
He worked for L. Ron Hubbard.
yeah. They all had really rich fathers, didn't they? Birdie Boy too.
What are you reading, buddy?
Is this still Unabomber shit?
Mike. Play a Google VO3 video.
I'm trying to read about this.
Just
Should
for
we
the-
ask VO3 can you ask Grok if they're related? Because this people are trying to act like we
Why
shouldn't
can't
be
I look
someone.
it up really quick?
People are saying things on Reddit that says, "Oh, haha, you're
Who am I
here
asking?
too." Anyone who might know that's not going to get us
No,
killed.
what am I asking?
I don't like the look of it.
Is Jeffrey Epstein related to Dr. Charles Epstein, the famous geneticist? People are saying, "Oh, ha, you're here too? Isn't this kind of weird?" These are the things I came here for. Same, but whenever I try to use this sub as a recourse, I find help. I get downvoted.
Epstein what? Dr. Charles Epstein, he's a what?
Jeffrey Epstein and Charles Epstein. Dr. Charles Epstein. The Unabomber killed one of them. Is he related to the guy who was a pedophile? Who flew to the island and had our president go with him and suck on the little...
No.
Okay, that's what this subreddit was trying to say. They're completely different, but some guy was saying...
They have the same last name.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's a telling thing. Because when the country first... If it was the first 10 years of the country, it would have been a clear
Famous
yes.
criminals. Last name Tall.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Everyone... Oh, you don't
Google
even...
VO3.
Your
X.
motherfucking guy cheated at the Olympics or something. All right, he cut his left nut off and was an asshole. So
You know
don't
the
even talk
first-
to me about Armstrong.
You mean the man that walked on the moon?
Yeah, your
Okay.
dad, your
Yeah.
uncle dad guy that you're related to?
Mm-hmm.
That's because that's how last names work.
And
Dude, listen to this. James Toll, Charles Frederick Toll, and George Toll were all transported from England to Australia for various offenses.
Is Tall kind of like from that region?
What? White? Yeah.
There's a Seaford
I
Toll
could see
that has a
Tall
lot
being
of
like
money.
Australian. Yeah.
There's a Seaford Toll that owns like Mount Air Farms or something.
Like 5 generations of my mom's family have been born in Delaware.
Dude,
Wow.
I used
From like the 1700s.
when I worked at
Like
Farmers and Planners,
1776 or something, right?
That's cool. Armstrong's a great name.
I worked at Farmers and Planners, and these farmers would come up and be like, "Oh, your last name's Tall? You were that?" Like acting like I'm some sort of farming royalty from Seaford. Like, your daddy is your daddy. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Farmers care
I
about
should have
families.
said yes. What would they have done for me?
They probably would have
Fillet
hated you.
you.
They probably would have hated you.
Oh,
Rich guy.
you raised them chickens up there in them Epstein farms?
Can we watch a Google VO3 video just for the time capsule aspect of the show? This is a huge new AI development. Go to X, type Google VO3. Yeah. There's lots of fun. Some of my favorite ones lately have been.
So
people-
if we move
Wow.
this section here,
Yeah, then maybe we can shift the whole core this way.
But the audio's bad.
Is it?
They're
so
not in
if
a
we
room
move
with
this
reverb.
section here,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Fair.
then maybe
It does
we
not
can
sound
shift
like
the
where they're
whole
at.
It's
core
dead.
this way.
Well, it sounds like they have microphones, which is even better.
Yes, I've never seen.
There's
anything
no underwater
like this
sounds.
before.
There's no like background noise.
Yeah, now you talking over it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not.
amazing.
Yes, I've
hearing
never
some- I'm
seen
hearing
anything
some.
like
There's a
this
little.
before.
This is amazing, yeah.
Why is it amazing? It's
quite amazing.
'Cause it's
Because
just
they got good
generated.
at CGI, like it's Shrek but better.
No, not CGI.
It's
No.
just generated.
No, you type in "make me a video of a guy making a salad," and it does this in 2 seconds.
Cool, but why
Okay.
is it that cool? It's a new thing. It's a cool new thing.
Because in
How do
any
you
other
see-
time in history, you'd have to get a guy in front of a
make you that.
camera.
Yeah, but people still want
Or a
that guy to
cartoon.
be in
No,
front
they
of the
don't.
camera to authenticate.
on a computer to
Oh yeah,
really
look out! There's
animate
no horizon line there. That looks fucking great. Wow. There's nothing there. It's just the color of the sky, and the mountains are just hanging over
Okay.
nothingness.
Can you go type in a
No,
different?
seriously, what do you want?
I'm trying to tell you, Jesus Christ.
Stupid.
What's stupid?
AI making video that looks like a villa in Italy that doesn't actually exist because they're not nailing it. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
No.
I tell you what's done about AI though.
Dude, YouTubers who make less money.
Oh my God! Stop hollering.
No, I'm gonna be mad about it because there's people that send drones up. I eat food in every state of the world. I do food challenges. He takes better drone videos than this. This is
Of course
not,
you do, but he
'cause
had
they're
to
real.
travel to every state in the world. You could.
He
I
can
could make-
afford it. Why
I
do
could-
you need to do AI to do it?
Because I could make you a drone video from every state in the country in fucking 5 minutes.
And it's not real.
No, well, okay. You,
So who am I fooling?
You are
As long as the people that I'm
Facebook
fooling
moms.
buy it, it's all good, right?
Okay, well, Mike, if this is the Google Will Smith AI eating a hot dog. Have you seen this?
No.
This is an AI video from like 4 years ago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And if you
show
want
you the
look at-
rapid increase.
yeah, and then you're like, holy shit, it's gonna be hard to find. But like, these AI videos have the growth is insane.
It's the tip of the
So
iceberg.
next week, Mike, we'll watch it again. That's why I wanted to do this. It's gonna be insane.
Watch again,
Yeah, here you
even
go.
better.
Here you go. The AI video 1 year ago.
I remember the early AIs.
Yeah. And now, if you type AI eating spaghetti, Will Smith eating spaghetti, you might have a hard time telling the difference between
yeah.
it.
Dude, this is so funny.
This
too.
is now. It's showing it as you're speaking.
I know.
But
It
it looks
changed. It
ridiculous.
changed from that. Oh no, wait. It's now the whole time. Oh yeah. There was a clear change, but you can still tell something's wrong, right?
Okay.
Like, okay, I watched the video today. I was like, oh, a thing fell from the sky and broke the ground under it, but it wasn't real. And you could tell that the tiles started breaking after. I mean, I watched enough people kill themselves on non-AI to know that the blood and the tiles and
Now.
Hey, final thing I'll say about
Now.
AI
Give it
that's
3
lame.
weeks. Give it 3 weeks.
So Timbaland has signed an AI artist. I don't even know what that fucking means, and that's lame as fuck. I feel like.
Timbaland fucking.
that's not lame. If this isn't lame,
So he's making beats, and he's just gonna have AI generate the vocals,
Yep.
or maybe the whole song. Maybe he's not even making the beat. I don't know.
like Lakeview gets their lyrics written for
I'm
them.
pretty sure. Yeah, those people use AI lyrics. Yes. There's no way they don't. They're too.
Oh yeah, and that
perfect.
band you guys like was just on Fallon or something.
Which one?
Turnstile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We just like them because they're local.
Yeah, it's awesome. I like them because they're local too. I don't even know anything about them.
Yeah, their whole thing is Metallica was at a show and they were like
They were pretty
backstage
good, but they
liking 'em.
added a girl to the band, so I'm kind of iffy on them now.
Can you think of a band whose
Nothing on that?
whose self-titled album wasn't their first album?
Yeah, like Say Anything.
Because I'd never realized how common that was.
It's a lot of bands. Yeah,
I always thought that was always the first album. Metallica did that.
Yes.
Paramore did that.
yeah. Say Anything did that because it's my favorite.
I forgot y'all used to love Say Anything. They're pretty cool. Yeah.
A lot of it I can't listen to anymore. A lot of that's old emo shit. I just throw in a vault. It's like nostalgia shit. I just don't even listen to ever again. I don't ever listen to Circus Survive ever again. Remember how big they were?
Yeah.
Never gonna listen to them ever again.
Wow. Just can't.
Never.
Nothing's good. I mean, Take 'Em Back Sunny's still good.
It's good. No, don't listen to them.
Oh,
I'll wear a
they're still
T-shirt.
good.
I'll wear a T-shirt.
I listen to Take 'Em Back Sunny all the time, and I didn't even really listen to them when you guys were listening to them.
Exactly. They're new to you.
Yeah.
I'm through it. I'm done.
That one song I got is so good.
You down so badly. Oh my God, you're on Make Damn Sure. Holy
That
shit.
is the top 5 song ever.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Something about it. Those boys just really nailed it.
What are you reading?
All songs are AI.
I'm gonna send you some funny. I'm gonna send you some funny TikToks. I can't show them now, but there's these
There's all these Reddit people just bragging about how they're writing all these songs with AI.
people use the
I
Google.
guess I should just do it.
I'll play it for you after the pod. But these people use the Google VO3 to do like influencers like, all right, impossible challenge, and it's like I'm gonna eat. I'll just show you.
I'm going to eat.
This one guy's like, I'm in a silo and I'm gonna eat all the corn.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Here we go. Impossible challenges.
100,000 killer bees in my bedroom. No plan B, no plan A either. I've been buried alive.
Here.
10,000 pounds of beans.
Beans.
That's funny stuff, and it looks real, too.
Except he wouldn't be able to have any room to fucking film if he was in a silo. I've watched those actual videos of when people die in
Look,
silos.
this guy's in there with the alligators.
That's funny, dude. Oh my
Oh,
god.
dude, I saw one of a Native American by the teepees. He was like, "What's up? It's your boy Littlefoot, Grey Wolf. I'm out here. You know what I mean? Just waiting for Columbus to come by and ruin our lives and give us smallpox."
I'll show you one more. We'll end it all.
That
Find
shit
the
is pretty
Native
funny.
American.
No, this one.
I swear this cotton stuff isn't even bad, man.
Oh my god.
These other guys are just lazy.
That's even better than the fat guys. That's even better, man.
Oh, I wonder how. Look up how the meme coin $fat's doing.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, let's wrap this up. I gotta go home.
I got to mix this Crack Amico song and do all my radio mixes. I'm in for an evening.
Oh, yeah, you're in for it, man.
Okay, now, ladies.
Hell of a show, though. This was a good show. This was a hot episode. I don't know if y'all noticed. This was a hot episode.
Great one.
Really was.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to have that royalty-free rap to wrap your show.
Let's smoke some more shmee and then this thing.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Is it time?
It's that time. You
We
ready to
didn't
wrap
talk about
it?
how I played Magic at the Magic Store.
Oh,
I did not do well.
You want to do a quick box?
Oh, yeah.
Is that quick? Is that quick?
It's quick enough.
Let's do it.
So, I mean, we don't have to do it this time. We
I'd
can.
like to see.
He doesn't want to open it. He's that kind of guy. Open it.
Unless you don't want to open it, let's not do it. But if you want to open it, let's go ahead and do that.
Are you texting her and asking if you can open it?
No. Of course not. Why would I ask that? I don't have to ask things. Why would I ever ask things? Whoa!
You had to wait.
Oh,
to
shit,
open
is that
it.
not working?
Yeah, Labubu's a whole different story.
Since when is that not working? Something covering?
I catch so much shit at home because I ignored Labubu when she showed me it, and then I was like, oh, they're a new hype thing. I have to care. And she was like, motherfucker, a month ago when I told you about it, did you care?
Oh, there it goes. Just woke it back up.
Blind boxes are all the rage nowadays. They've been at Five Below and stuff
suckers.
forever. It's gambling. Yeah, it's whatnot. It's the new Pokemon pack rips. The SpongeBob Bikini Bottom Buddies. You got 6 different fish that you can get, and then the potential for mystery fish.
Yeah, I know the cool guy with the shorts. I know the guy with the jeans. I know the guy in the pink shirt sucking his thumb. All these guys. Yep.
They've been in the show, but have you seen them in plushie form? Here we go. That's the most satisfying part. And then it's getting this flap. Getting the flap off. See, I always open these boxes way wrong.
Can I destroy the box?
No, the box must be kept in.
I knew you were gonna say.
So there's a card in here that shows what you get.
Let me see.
Oh, I see what it is. It's not the secret.
Yeah.
It's limp fish.
It's limp fish.
But I do honestly, Limp Fish is sick. He's like laying there all like he took a bong rip, and this is the other best part right here.
They're all the same rarity. It says.
Except for the other one at the very bottom, right?
Nope.
There should be a sardine. It's 2 sardines at the bottom. There's Limp Fish,
Dude, that's awesome, man.
and he lays there. He's like a limp fish.
Wait, does he have a pull string?
So these arms are metal, a cast iron,
That's not very limp.
not cast iron, but
It's galvanized steel.
you move him.
I don't know.
That sounds good. I was gonna believe you.
What's he look like on the box? He's
It's
like
time for the moment you've been waiting for.
he's supposed to be laying limp, right? Show him to the camera while this is going.
Oh yeah. Oh wait. Actually, I got a real close up. Damn, we're doing ASMR now.
That's the sound when you rip.
And what is this? Oh, just
That's
a
a
string to
Krabby
hold 'em on.
Buck. Look at the Krabby Buck keychain. You know you love that. Powder
Can we
coated.
bend them over for you guys? Is that
Bend him
cool?
over.
That's
He's
cool,
laying
man.
on a couch,
See,
limp.
like if I just had that, it just gives me anxiety. Like, what do I do with that? Where are you gonna put that?
I'm gonna wear him.
Oh my
with,
god.
I'm gonna wear him with my working fish.
Oh wow, that one's even cooler. I like that guy better.
I'm gonna wear him. That's working fish. Show working fish.
Oh yeah, there we go.
He's got a
There.
book in his hand. Can you pass me limp fish so I can add him to my keychain?
Yes, Mike. Here you go, dude.
Thank you.
Limp fish.
These are going for like $40 to $50 online right now. Each keychain, each blind box. I got a whole case of 6 for $115 one night, and then the streamer sat there and stared at the fucking camera before he realized. He was just like, I was like, I'm sorry. I said, I'm sorry.
Hold it up a little bit.
I'm going to flip them motherfuckers.
No, you're not. You just opened 2 of them.
Nope, these aren't those. I went kind of crazy on
Oh my
open.
God.
I went crazy the night before on ones that I knew what they were. So that was no, not that one. I went on. Okay, so one night I bought
So you
5.
have 7 boxes.
I have 5 boxes in a case.
Oh, the boxes are a case.
6 boxes come in a case.
So
But
you have.
what I paid
I
for.
can't do math.
It's bad. I paid, dude. I ended up having a pre. I didn't
11.
even mean to buy the case. You can do pre-bids
11.
on whatnot, and I did a pre-bid for $115 just to see. Or no, it must have been lower than $115 because it was $110. Anyway, they went through, and no one else bid, and I ended up stuck with it technically, but getting it for each box being retail.
Oh yeah, and last thing I wanted to say on this episode, I never did. Real quick, I was on my way to get some Indian food. I was at a stop sign. I saw a Lurking Class skate shop sticker on the like a street pole or something, and it said "So gay" with a rainbow. Did they make that themselves, or did someone put that
Probably.
on there? I think they probably made it themselves, which is even funnier. It looks
Hey.
it looks like their regular big sticker, but there's a huge rainbow right across the middle, and the rainbow says "So
That
gay."
had to be an added sticker.
Yeah, somebody just put another sticker over it.
Yeah, but I was wondering, did
But
they?
hey,
do it?
small businesses like that love to lean into the
They
fucking
do.
gay stuff to make money.
When that first opened, he put a sticker on like every pole from Church Street down.
He
to,
was
like,
the sticker king. Yeah, he
it
still
was
is.
why I honestly didn't like if Eastern Shore Undercover existed when that first opened.
God, stop talking about that guy.
You're right. Let's give no credit given.
Wrapped. It's wrapped.
I mean, come on.
Good episode though, guy. Hell yeah.
Have a
See you
good night,
tomorrow.
everyone.
Bye, Mom.
Later, y'all.
No more music.
All good.